Hey yo, it's the House of the Dragon Season 2 light. Hop on Alicia Kingston channel, take flight. Green Queen, Black Queen, let's ignite. In the era where the Targaryens rule tight. Queens got the throne, steaming in the dark. Blackfish showing claws, dragons in the park. Kings letting drama, secrets in the chambers. Serpents in the realm, only fire can tame us. Queen on the queen's side, hands blood stained. Promises broken, power unchained. But the Black's got strategy, dragons in flight. Night means day, reign supreme by night. Queen on the queen's side, hands blood stained. Promises broken, power unchained. But the Black's got strategy, dragon means day, reign supreme by night. Soulful whispers, crowns clashing bones. Medieval battles, blood, firestones. Queens of power, both fierce and hard. Dragons roaring, tearing lands apart.
Wagwan, Bedrin, Wagwan. Here we be again for another Dragon Monday discussion. And as you can see, I got some of the homies with me this time. Me and Meeks ain't out here alone in these streets. Since I'll say we are always up the north and we observe guests, right? We'll go with the first time my man's is here, but y'all see him in the comments chatting up while we talking about these things. Sir Ron, Circle Brothers, what's going on, man?
What up, everybody? How you doing?
You sound very professional.
I try.
You don't need to.
Oh, that's going to come off real quick. I'm just wait for the heat up. So, yeah.
Okay. Oh, we start at 100. Yeah, so you just let that drop off and trickle away right now. My dragon brother in the murder forest.
What's happening?
What's going on? And we got here our friend Kevin of TheBattProductions. Kevin, it's been a while. What's going on, homie?
Hey, not too much. How y'all doing today? Talk about some dragons? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we got some dragon activity to report on.
Yeah,
Indeed.
definitely.
So, welcome everyone to the chat. So a few of y'all were in here early. We did try to start as on time as we could. I know we didn't get everything out, but we're here. John, Haymaker, what is going on?
Oh, I know John.
Lady Casey, how do? Always a pleasure to have you in the chat. Well, y'all was in here for a little while talking. Lady Marissa, hello. Lady V, what goes on? Chantal, Haitian Princess, what up? Let me keep on scrolling down here. Luke, what's going on? Lady Amy, hello. Muhammad, appreciate you coming through. Billy, what is going on? Lady Casey, Mrs. Duncan Paul's in the chat, y'all. Sir Scott of Greywater Watch, what's going on? Lady Sydney, hello.
I just love how the chat is like flying.
Flying, bruh. Like I forget how to do it, so I can't go into settings and do it right now. But I think I'm gonna have to start putting the slow chat on.
Mm-hmm.
Cause y'all for real be just typing like 1,000 words a minute.
It's like every time you said hey to somebody,
what's going on?
5 things will pop up. Like
5 things pop up, right? Lady Helena, Miss Swift, what is going on? What is going on, everyone? So lovely to see all of our wonderful friends here. Shadowcat Bex, what is going on, my lady? If you want to catch some more of Bex, you can head over to CostumeCo channel. You can see her and Heidi talking about a whole bunch of dragon activities. Michelle, how are you? All right, so let us get in to what is going on. I don't see it popping up, so maybe my settings aren't correct, but my MVP, and it's the only thing I'll say before I toss it back to our first timer here. My MVP of the episode was Sea Smoke, because my boy got jokes, and I didn't know he had jokes like that, but I thoroughly enjoyed all of his presence.
Very
throughout
entertaining.
this whole episode. Yes, very entertaining. The trolling of Sea Smoke, just chef's kiss. I was here for it. But Sir Ron, give us a couple of your highlights for us to expound on from this episode, please.
Whew. Well, there's so many. Let's see. Which ones can I pick? Because there was a lot of them. Well, I guess we could start with the Declan Barbecue song. I guess we could start off with that.
Fricassee,
Listen,
fricassade.
at the moment they started singing and he came out there, I was like, oh boy, this is not going to go well.
Definition of slow singing and flower bringing.
When my burglar alarm starts ringing, my goodness. Okay,
Hey,
so yeah, he was the main one at the barbecue, so they were singing for him. And the part that cracked me up though, well, there's a couple of different things. One, they gassed him up to get him out there. He's out there, and he's first things first. When the dragon comes up, what are you going to do with your sword? I know that's an instant reaction, but what are you going to do with the sword?
But
I'm sorry, that just cracked me up. I'm like, bro, what the second part two of that is you have the dragon tamers, or the dragon keepers. They got sticks. So you got one person holding the sword, and you got the other people holding sticks.
Yeah.
And they're like, submit, obey. Sea Smoke was like, really? Are we really doing this?
I see what you're doing.
Okay. So like, let me just. You're like, the only reason why you're alive is because y'all funny. Y'all crack me up with sticks. That's the only reason why you're alive right now.
I had to catch myself and ask the chat while I was doing the watch along, like, yo, is Sea Smoke over here smirking at them, or like, am I thinking, am I seeing too much with this fake animal right now? Sea Smoke
straight up
jokes.
That was funny.
Trolled them so hard.
Oh. Who knew Sea Smoke was so sassy? I'm like, oh wow, bro. and then like, and then the moment of truth, of course, he's sitting there like, okay, let me bend down a little bit. They're like, oh, he's submitting. He was like, no, I just want to get close. I want to make sure I can.
The ultimate.
I want to absorb the moment because it's about to go down. But y'all cracking me up though. That's the only reason why I haven't toasted you yet. So let me just look at you here. Look at here. Okay. He's like, I did it. Oh, word? You did what?
But you did who?
I feel like if he wouldn't have said that, it might have worked. But the fact that you were just like, oh my gosh, I did it. And he was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
As soon as he said that, that's when they turned the camera back to Sea Smoke and he started smiling. I said, oh shit.
He's like, oh,
it's
word?
about to be something good right here.
You don't tell me what to do. It's very two-year-old.
Like, first of all,
okay, and I'm giving it to you.
Also,
nope.
What did you do? What exactly was it that you did? You did nothing. You barely took a step. Like you were creeping like you know in the Scooby-Doo cartoon where they like everybody on their tiptoes like bro, nah. That wasn't it, my guy. It wasn't it.
Yeah.
So,
Kevin, what you got, bruv?
What do I got, bruv? Well,
just on the Sea Smoke situation.
Oh, well, I was pretty confused. I have to admit. I mean, like, they got to find a way to like have someone be burned alive and it be at least a little bit, like it had to be a little bit of a swerve to some degree, because I was like, listen, if he's docking on that little port inside the cave, I think we're okay. And then obviously, yeah, Darkling got a little cocky. That's true. And I didn't see it coming because I'm sitting there, book reader, and I'm like, what the fudge? That's not happening, but I guess it is. And then he had his jokes like y'all are saying. I was like, oh, okay. Sorry, buddy. Next time. It was a fun time. It was a fun time to watch.
They put the snack on the edge, and I was like, nom.
They really did.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a fun scene. I would love to see it happen because I was like, listen, we know this isn't going to be the guy.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
This isn't going to be the guy, but I did enjoy it quite a bit. I'm just sad because I actually like Darkling a lot.
I know.
So. Yeah.
Like, man, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, poor guy. He lost who did he lose? His like grandfather's dad or uncle or something?
I think his dad.
His dad. It was, I think. Yeah.
So I think his house is done, right?
Yeah. Finds out he has some.
Unless he doesn't have any kids.
Because I know this house is extinct now, but I can't remember if this is what did it.
Maybe
it's
either this or Harrenhal. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
So did he like lose everybody like before he became part of the guard, or?
I think it was just his dad and him.
I think it was just his dad, and his dad just died.
Yeah, every time he gets called in, there's some devastating ass news in his life.
He's the Westeros. Oh god.
That's dead.
Yeah.
By the way, you have this like great grandmother that's a Targaryen that no one else in the world seems to know about.
Your grandmother's grandmother. Come on, baby girl. You only sent out one raven though.
One.
Just one.
I guess you just wanted to test it real quick. Like, let's test it with someone we got here. So even if I do send out the ravens and they don't respond, it's okay. Just send out a little test. Put your toe in the water.
Poor guy.
I suppose. What else you got, Ron?
Let's see. Man, there were so many of them. Let's see.
Pick your faves.
Let's see. Well, let's see. Let's talk about. Let's see. Clubfoot gets to find a hand. So
He's still trying. He said he tossing his application out there.
Pun intended. So so Aemon's sitting there. Now, of course, he's like Larys is like, hey, everybody has their own hand. He's like, since you're in a position now, you're gonna need a hand. I'm just saying. He's like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna need a hand. He's like, why don't you go ahead and take care of that? Oh, I'll be honored. Like, not you, you nitpick. Ooh. It's like, go get my grandfather. He's out somewhere. Just go grab him and bring him here, and he's gonna be my hand. Because at least he's loyal to the family, unlike some other people. So that was a delightful roast that I loved. So that I love that too. So that
was a great one. That was.
I keep telling people, say what you want about Aemon, but I fucks with that kid's mentality, man. I got beef with him. Don't get me wrong. I got beef with him, but it's a lot of shit that I'm looking at he's doing. Like, well, I mean, you kind of deserve that, bro. So
partially because him ignoring the townspeople is one of the stupidest things.
Oh no, that's dumb. That's absurd.
That's dumb. And and also over here threatening Aemon. Like, listen, that's also dumb because when he gets better, I mean Aegon, when he gets better,
what's he gonna do? What's Aegon gonna do?
When he gets better, he's back in charge. That's what it is. Ain't nobody gonna listen to him no more.
Yep.
That's the problem.
I don't know.
He's going to be laid all the way up. But when he starts talking again and able to talk, they're not going to be listening to him, whether he's rolled up or not. Whether they have to move the small council to his bedroom, he's not the Prince Regent anymore because the king is okay and talking.
Right, but Larys and the Clubfoot's going to start making his way there too. It's like, hey,
exactly. So
yeah,
working with him because they don't like him.
Right.
Yeah, trickery afoot.
I will say I think he has a lot of short-term thinking, like super problem comes up, fix it really quickly, thinking processes. Like he's making enemies in the small council he doesn't need to make enemies of. Like even having to offer to get a new hand, or well, I guess Larys offered it, but him pursuing it, he really didn't need to do that. Like, because Aegon's going to come back, then you presume maybe Kristen would still be his hand. So you just roll with Kristen, who supposedly is like your buddy, but I guess Aemon doesn't like him anymore. Gets rid of his mother from the small council.
I don't think he ever liked him.
Well, they at least trained together. They at least were tight to some degree on some level. They were on the same side. Now he's like pushing him away. And then, the obviously trying to break the Velaryon blockade at King's Landing. He's like, great, we'll just pull on the Triarchy. But then once the Triarchy breaks it, you think the Triarchy just wants to leave and say, you're welcome, Aemon. And then
they're going to
you only paid
so great. I'm going to
you paid for one strike hit. That's it.
My boat here.
Did you forget we have other cities to actually go raid and get loot from?
I feel like they're going to raid King's Landing. They're like, oh my gosh, you guys, we cleared it.
Absolutely.
Forward. Straight. Right. Park the boats.
Oh, you think they're going to pull a Tywin? They might.
Oh, yes.
They might. Actually, wait, no, because little Kraken that's up there waiting in the wings. I think he'll touch them first. Yeah. But we shall see. And that's if they even go that route. We'll save that for the spoiler section.
They gave a Red Kraken shout out during that.
They gave him a shout out. Yeah.
I'm so confused. Like every time they mention something, I'm like, so.
Right.
It's all everything is up in the air for me as soon as I saw that they were not taking Aegon to where he was supposed to be. Everything is up in the air now.
I'm so confused. So I'm like, so how it can I just be like, okay.
That's basically it. Like, all right, we'll just wait to see what happens next.
I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
But I did find it highly hilarious that Alys had really tried.
Bruh.
her
What?
with her sons in this small council is it's like giving me all
Seriously.
the joy that I need.
Hey,
Giving me
Georgie.
everything I desire and require because she really tried it.
I just
y'all
have one
spent
question.
The whole thing fighting against Rhaenyra being queen, and you actually thought they were going to continue to listen to your woman vagina period having ass on this council.
After I'm sorry. After the last council meeting, what the fuck did you think you were doing even showing up for roll call? Did you not see how he dismissed you twice and now he well, I mean, I guess some people you got to break up with him twice. So
the second time he was like,
Allison needs it more than that. Mm-hmm. Like, why don't you go find something, else
womanly to do,
more of your stature to do,
domestic duties,
like my cup
if you want to take care of me, mother, I'm a bit parched.
Exactly. Like I don't know why you're here.
Right. It's just a wash.
Like, I can't. This is the joy of my life because she really tried it, and then she's gonna have the audacity to be like, "Well, I mean, are you still mad about your eye? Probably."
Well, see, I don't think he was ever mad. He said it the night it happened.
Exactly.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck about this eye. I got a dragon.
I think
I'm
he's just
good.
being steady and being like, "I'm in charge," like that Elmo meme on the toilet. That's all I can think about.
Hey, you know what? Hold on, Bex, you are absolutely correct.
Absolutely,
it is sexism.
Absolutely.
However,
that makes it even funnier.
Is exactly because that's how they're looking at it. But we're looking also at all of the logistics. Like, bro, you're really not contributing that much to this meeting anyway. So again, I don't know why you showed up. You don't see Helena out here trying to do this, bitch.
She just wants to play her bugs and ignore the one child
and chill. Seriously. Well, at least she in the room with the baby.
That is true.
Right.
They're all in the same.
And the baby dragon. At least Helena, you can say that about Helena. She is always with her kids. Well, kid now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solo.
I really like the quote from her. Are the indignities of your childhood not yet sufficiently avenged? My response was like, no, because you allowed it.
Yep.
Every last one.
She did. Yeah. So absent.
You kind of caused a few of them too. You could have yoked this little asshole up and told him to stop picking on his little brother well before we got to the pink dread, but you decided not to do that. So this is what you get.
Yeah, I'm sitting here reading comments. So what you guys got to understand is it wasn't just the eye that he was mad about, even when it came to Luke. Like, he's dealing with a lot of shit from Aegon, Jace, and Luke, all of it combined. It's not just about the eye. Like he said, he paid 1,000 times over for that dragon. The eye is not the problem. It is literally everything that he got picked on throughout his whole childhood.
Right.
This isn't just about the eye.
But I'm gonna
because remember, fair enough. But like, do remember when they did that prank on him? That was all of the boys, including Luke, and that's where that animosity came from that night, right? And that wasn't the first time. It was always Aegon in the lead trying to do the same shit that he pulled when he was at the whorehouse. And man said, "You know what? Fuck you. I don't got time for that." And
I think that's what he's really.
I'm giving him the boss move on that. And absolutely.
The embarrassment, the disrespect, like, okay, all right, I'm gonna show you one. I'll show you.
100%.
Yeah, and he is one of the baddest swordsmen in the freaking kingdom.
Facts.
You've got Vhagar. That's not somebody you really fuck with consistently.
Right.
That's somebody you walk up like, I'm sorry about being an ass when I was a kid. My bad, cuz I apologize.
Right.
I'm saying
he is a second too. That
and him being
he's
second.
got that same.
He's
got that Damon attitude.
Yeah, I think it's like definitely when you always say you're a product of your environment, and after all that teasing and bullying and injustice to some degree when he didn't do anything, he was so used to as a kid being prey, and I think he decided he'll never not be a predator, basically.
Right.
And except for when he's lying naked in a brothel with delicious older women.
Listen, I can't.
Look, he was right there where he wanted to be.
Oh yeah,
because Aegon's a joke. Sorry,
until he was disturbed.
Go off. Go say your piece. I know you've been waiting. Go on. I'm surprised it took you this
Aegon
long.
is a joke. He really is. Aegon is a freaking joke. Like, I don't know why. Like, I was watching some reviews today, and people were still surprised that Aemon burnt Aegon. I'm like, why were you surprised? Like, I was not surprised. I saw that shit coming.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I have you lined up in my sights. I'm not worried about Melees. I'm gonna take your little bitch.
I'm just gonna be like burned.
Right.
Hey, Dinar.
Flame.
Right. I got my one eye on you.
Exactly. We're like
I mean, to what my cousin is saying here, Aemon never respected Aegon as heir. No, and he has never had a reason to.
No.
I will say I have never respected him as the heir either. He's not about that life. He does not care about this shit. The only reason he's here is because his mama pushed him to it, and now shit's fucking up. He wasn't supposed to be there.
I also feel like he's upset that he had to go get this dude too. Like he was real pissed. They were like, "Go find your brother."
Where's he at? He's jacking in the corner. I mean, just out the window. Just
He's like, man, just let him. Just what you mean? Go find? Look, I'm right here. Okay, I've been here. I'm putting in all of the work.
You know for a fact Aegon remembers getting burnt by his brother, but he's laying in bed like, no, I don't remember shit, dude.
I was like, terrified.
Yeah.
Who are you? I don't know. Where am I?
Right. The fact that Aegon could not properly read the room when he tried to go in there and talk that shit. You see, Aegon, I get you thought it was funny, and I understand maybe you were a little bit tipsy or whatever, but no one else was laughing. If you thought your boys that you put on the Kingsguard was gonna back you up, no, because even butt ass naked without a sword in his hand, he could mash the fucking floor with all of them. Okay, they know better. They know better. That's why they just stood there like.
And that's where definitely the difference is. You're right. Everyone's terrified of Aemon, and Aegon's probably the only one because they've always been pretty good to each other for the most part. It seems like. I mean, obviously Aemon didn't respect him as I got older, but like I always thought he called him loyal and faithful and trustworthy
like a dog.
So I don't think he ever saw it coming. But Aegon also can't figure out how much it wounds him.
How much of a fuck up he is.
Yeah, and that's one of those interesting. I mean, in a way, well, I mean, I guess you could argue it is one of those little. If you try to do a little bit of a parallel between like Aemon and Damon and how their relationships were with their brother. I mean, Viserys was considered a weak king, even though in comparison he looks pretty freaking sweet. And Aegon obviously has his problems. And I think the relationships between how they view each other, how they resent each other. For not being on the Iron Throne, I think it's kind of interesting. It's not a comparison or parallel I'm gonna die on a hill over, but it's interesting if you think about it a little bit, considering what we're talking about.
The comparisons are definitely there to be made, and I do wholeheartedly agree with what Amy is saying here. The smartest thing Aegon said this whole episode was, "I remember nothing," because he knew that he had to lie his ass off. Or otherwise he was going to be dead probably like the next hour.
This is nothing. Or if not dead, just completely put under the milk of the poppy situation for a very, very long time.
That whole handing in the little ball thing, that was a sign. Like that was a
keep your shit. Stay your ass in this room.
Yep.
Show up here. Show up here.
Yeah, that was a legit threat. Like I was just like, dude, Aegon, play this smooth, man. Your brother will cut your throat. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I did feel bad for him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he was so like helpless. He was trying to run. I'm like, his little leg was stuck in that thing. He was like,
where's he going?
He was trying.
Like a mummy.
Oh my god. He was trying.
I almost felt bad for him. For a hot second, I almost felt bad
because I knew that he was just like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything Aegon can do where I'm going to feel bad for that guy. I'm sorry.
I would have passed out.
Man, you hate Aegon, huh?
I don't like this Aegon at all.
Why do you hate Aegon so much?
Bro, we do not. Hold on, sir. We do not have that kind of time tonight to go deep dive into that.
I didn't realize there was like, I don't know, Blackwood and Bracken. Look. Here going on between JD and Aegon.
Going on here?
Seriously.
Well, actually, and to kind of combine kind of the last two topics that we were talking about, one thing that I wanted to say that I really enjoyed was the clubfoot going to talk to Aegon in that conversation and combining kind of what was being said earlier with Aemon's pushing people away. It seemed like that conversation where he was like, yeah, go get my grandfather, and Larys was rejected. He was like, okay, well, I can't work with this king, I guess. I'm going to go and talk to the one that I hope comes back. and he's laying the tracks for that in that point. And other than being a little feeling a little sad for himself in that conversation, it seems like he was laying the groundwork for Aegon eventually come back. And I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
The biggest thing there is he knows he can manipulate Aegon. He can't manipulate Aemon.
See, here's the thing though. He tried that already once, and Aegon still didn't choose him. So this is his resubmission of the application. This isn't the first play. This is like his third.
And now it's going to work because this man realizes that he is not going to be like he was before. He is not the same person anymore.
Oh yeah. The way he broke that speech down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
I'm sorry to tell you, Your Grace.
It was getting
you'll never be able to
when he was
again.
explaining about broken things. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Well, he played the sympathy card real nice.
I mean, he right. I mean, I understand him. He's dealing with
He
that
did.
and the stuff for that for his entire life, and so now Aegon is going to get a real taste of that because he's about to be handicapped as well. So he's like, listen, just to let you know.
Here's the thing, though.
Look like.
There was already a prince that is very famous for having a clubfoot. It's the kid that and I think he was either a second or third son, one of the two. But he's the reason that the Citadel is even a thing, because he was a nerd. He was a books person, and he would bring scholars in from all around, all at Essos and Westeros and all that, and that's how the Citadel got started. So someone having a clubfoot in that family isn't totally unheard of. But what I think Larys may not be thinking about is Aegon is still on a higher station than you. He's still going to have a better go of everything than you.
True, but people are now going to be putting him in the category of not only am I going to like disregard you to your face, I'm going to do it nasty now because now we don't like you can't do nothing. What you going to do? What you going to do? Chase me down the hallway? What you going to do? Nothing. You can't do nothing. So I feel
what I will say,
preparing him for that is a good thing, and lining himself up with somebody who is going to need to use him as a crutch literally is his best bet. I did all that cleaning for nothing. God damn it. Just smeared everything on my glasses.
Don't you think it happens? I know that pains. I know that pains so deeply.
That's why I don't have mine on.
Making good points too. It was like,
exactly. Like, damn it! I was trying to see while I was talking tonight.
I just want to see.
You know what? One thing that I would like to see. I know they're not going to do it, and it really doesn't make any difference, neither here nor there. But all of those ladies that I'm sure there are still many at the castle that have beef with Aegon through the years. If I was one of them, you think I wouldn't be creeping through the little back hallways and just smacking him on the forehead every damn night, like maybe once every other hour if I wasn't feeling too tired that day.
Did you ever see Rome, the TV show Rome?
I never finished it.
The character that was in the bed and that lady had to take care of him and he couldn't do nothing, so she spat in his food and fed it to him. I'm just saying.
Yes, yeah.
That's where I am. What you gonna do?
That dude was an asshole too. Oh, he deserves so much worse than that.
Like nothing. Eat this. Thank you so much.
He did have that fly moment. You're right.
Right. Now we'll say though,
I love that I can always make these references, pop culture references with my chat room. Y'all are so awesome.
I will say though, when Larys came in, he made a good point though. Like right off the bat, he was like, you've already made history. You're a king that survived Dragonfire. I was like, I was like, oh, so basically that could be a prop up, even if something's like wrong with his legs, something wrong with his body. The notoriety of that and how they treat the dragons like gods anyway. And he's like, you survived that? It was like, okay, maybe we can listen to you a little bit more if you get up and start moving around. But the brother came in and was like, yeah, if you're moving around, you see this ball? You see where your sower is?
Come on.
When attendance is called, this is where you report.
Be absent.
Right here in this day.
Don't be at this table.
Oh, and let me give a shout out to my lady Khaleesi Clues. Thank you for stopping in.
Hey.
Love you.
But and if
y'all don't know, y'all should go check out her channel. She's got good stuff there.
That was my favorite thing. I was like, I love how they could just bring it back to the greatest, like the greatest parts of Game of Thrones, because it wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad.
It wasn't. You are correct.
Well, my favorite thing about Game of Thrones is when it's just like two actors in a room with really good dialogue. That's by far my favorite.
Yes.
Otto yelling at Aegon that he's stupid.
That number one. My favorite thing that's happened. My favorite thing that's happened all season is Otto just repeatedly telling Aegon how stupid he is.
Yes.
Constantly. It was an amazing scene. When he calls him feckless, I was like, are you saying his penis doesn't work? This is so effective right now. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, you are getting dressed down.
Otto can come with those hits when he wants to. He really can. He's been doing it ever since the little dumbass was half drunk at what was it, Lena's funeral? Like, come on.
He was just trying to be nice about it. He was like, let me, you're the king. I'm going to give you some respect to let you know that you are deserve respect, but you got to shape up.
But however,
and he just kept doing fuck shit. He was just like, I am sick and tired.
Yeah. that sounds like a granddad, if there's ever a granddad.
Exactly. Just like he told Kristen Cole, like, no, I'm talking to my grandson right now. Okay, you stay the fuck over there. Anybody ask nothing.
Whole line of my grandson's the king and you're a fucking fool. I lost it. I really was.
Bruh.
I had tears going up laughing. I was like, dude, that was rough, but I loved it.
Yeah, I can't.
Because he has no problems coming up and tell you what's what. And for as much beef as I have with Otto, I can definitely appreciate some of the things, the way he moved. Absolutely, 100%. All right, let me scroll over to the chat here a little bit. Yep. Small folk cheering for Rhaenyra because she gave them food. Yeah, in a fantastic way. This is like we were all going in last night doing the watch along. It was like, oh, somebody said, did she order the Uber Eats from Dragonstone?
Yes, she did.
I was like, yo, she called everybody. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, everybody, all hands on deck.
Like, we have a giant lunch to prepare for, so I'm gonna need
we got
bring me the lunch delivery.
We got the Avengers of delivery systems right now.
And the poor dude that got knocked out for just having a bag of groceries.
He should have moved quicker. He bobbed where he should have weaved. He shouldn't even stop and said shit to that man.
You got to be more careful.
You should have wore it
and just ran.
Nobody tell you to walk around with a bag in your hand, because I would snatch it too. I'm not gonna make it out there. There's so many people running. I'm not gonna make it.
Like, it's already too right. It was only like 7 boats that came up. Well, no, actually, there could have been more. There was a lot of cloud cover. There could have been more boats.
People are gonna grab whatever they can carry.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you walk around with an exposed bag of groceries. Just take your shirt off, put it over the bag.
Bro.
And just like,
Because that's what he did.
No.
He snatched that thing, he wrapped it up and was like...
And he wrapped it up real quick. As soon as the guards came by, he just stood by the wall like, Y'all see me? Y'all don't see me. No, he pulled his best Drax into the moment. Exactly. I'm sure you cannot see me. I know you. Like, no, we're perceiving you, my dude.
Positive. They better ration that food that they got it. Especially you better.
Right. We can't be sending over the Avengers food orders like every day, okay?
Right.
You better make them soups.
Make it last.
Kev, give me 2 or 3 good things that stuck with you for the episode, my guy.
Man, I hate to say it because one of my favorite things was something we've talked about a lot up to this point, which was the Larys clubfoot scene. I mean, well, this shoots right to the end, kind of there. So I don't really want to talk about that necessarily.
Imagination realm, you wrong.
It's like, I don't want to talk about the girl kiss quite yet necessarily, but that was something.
That's at the end of the episode. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't get there right now. Yeah. Okay. So at least from the PR, we'll just say the PR campaign type stuff that's going on with Mysaria and Rhaenyra, and part of it was I saw the boats as kind of part 2 of the strategy. That was the effect or whatever. And part 1, where I thought it was really interesting, that's the scene where they're in the pub and Diana and I think the older woman from the brothel are there, and they're there just to talk a lot of crap on Aemond and the rest of the royals.
Getting that propaganda out.
Get that propaganda going. Get those memes fired up. Start talking about, I don't know, falling from coconut trees and stuff. It's like, really get those going and try to send out a message and really start to kind of crap on the crappy person in charge at the moment. And when you had Ulf sitting there really contemplating this and, could possibly be a big player in the future, this whole deal. You can kind of see how, at least at the ground level, thinking about the small folk, Mysaria being the person that really understands them probably the best, at least of the people that we interact with, seeing her really put this into play now that Otto's gone. He was the guy who was thinking about this initially. It seems like it's paying off dividends with the part 2 of the boats, and I thought it was really fun to see how that played out. The only thing I was kind of confused by was like I don't know why all these characters had to be the ones that do it. Like Diana, I'm kind of surprised we've seen 3 or 4 times. I didn't think she would have to be like. I don't mind that this is the character that is playing an instrumental role in it, or like the dog being around still. There's a bunch of characters that like I figured don't have to be the ones doing these things or appearing. And they keep doing it. And I don't know if that matters. It's honestly kind of a non-issue to me for the most part, but I think it's a little quirky because the writer's intentionally doing it, and I don't know if it helps. I don't know. I don't know. Just kind of loose thoughts out there of all the stuff that I just kind of jumbled out there.
Well, I do feel like people are confused because people are always confused about who is who in the show, and so
and who's actually
when I do my reaction, I watch other people's, and it was like, who is that girl? I thought she was dead. She's not dead. So what happened to her? No. So when did she get kicked out? Because I could have sworn they had her killed. Like, isn't it? I was listening to the conversation. I was like, wow, she left after she had the abortini. Like she left. She wasn't dead. Diana. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, well, who is this guy? Oh, you don't know who that is? That's the same guy we saw like 3 episodes ago. But is he a new one? He can't be anything. Why are we following him? And I'm just like, I see why y'all are confused.
Yeah.
I see why. Because I know who's who from the book because these names I know, and once they say them once, I'm like, okay, I know exactly who that character is and what they're supposed to do. But I'm like, I understand why y'all are confuzzled. I get it, and so I feel like bringing them back in, it's fun to see familiar faces, but only if you recognize the familiar faces. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, do we know this person? We don't know this person.
Yeah.
No, we don't know this person.
I kind of like that Diana actually has a little bit in there now because, like, you know, of all the people that need some little bit of get back for something, yeah, I like that she's in on the plan and getting things moving along. I think that fits very well. Hugh said, "Give me that." I mean, look, the man's was hungry. His daughter's sick. And I still say, Hugh, if you would have listened to your wifey when she was talking to you last night, you could have got out last night. Now you stuck.
I don't know how, like, this goes with Cole last week when he brought Mamie's head down to the center of town. Why are you bringing Steve down the center of town when the peasants are out? That should be done
that part.
Night in the cloak of darkness.
Like, it doesn't even have to be done in the cloak of dark. There are so many secret ways to get in and out of King's Landing that do not have a crowd of people for you to parade this food by.
Rhaenyra has
that's just so insensitive. Like, come on now.
Oh, it's horrible. I just sat there. I'm like, this is going to cause some shit. This is erupt here soon.
Yeah.
You did this. You already locked them in the city because it is a sound move from their point of view because you know if the small folk get out, then that's a problem spreading quickly around the realm. I get why he did it, but still, no, that's fucked, dude. You can't expect to keep these people loyalty when you're doing this nonsense
and not giving them anything for it. Like if you're gonna
nothing at all,
like a handful of something, anything.
You gotta give something. You gotta give them some
like a little fresh, like once a week they get good fresh.
Right, not the moldy, the moldy, fuzzy stuff that was coming out of that box. Like I can't even say that was food, man. That just looked like a dirty rock.
That was just straight up penicillin.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh man, you know you're struggling when you beat down for carrots. Yeah.
It's real out there.
Ass for cabbage.
Listen, MMA all in the streets just for like.
Look, I'm sorry.
Right.
That old man should have minded his business, man. You got that big sack, that huge sack that you were carrying, sir. You should have just minded your own business. Tucked that in up under your shirt real quick.
Because if he would have had to grab it for me, he would have to lift me and the sack up. And this is 250 pounds. If you're not getting the sack for me, dog.
Right.
Like, I'm wearing it like a shirt, it's like backwards, butt bag. Like you got to figure out how you're gonna get this from me because it's not coming off me.
Right.
No, thank you.
Right. I ain't got no weapon, but I will bite you. I'm gonna use something.
I will fish hook. I'll do something. Make sure I get that food out of here.
I will get creative. But I'm keeping my food.
And see, I mean, and all of that. I feel like all of those lines are things that every last one of those people would have been thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially when I will give that the one guy props though. He said when he did it the right way. He ran by while talking with his food. Oh yeah, it's some boats that came in from Rhaenyra. She still think about us, but I'll catch you later, bro. I gotta go over here.
Right. Bye.
Like Mans was almost already around the corner before he was done talking. That was the right way to do it.
You better hurry up. There's only 2 boats left.
Exactly.
Only 2 boats left. You better hurry up.
That is an Avatar The Last Airbender reference right there.
Dude, I thought the guy on the beach when he first saw the boat was gonna have an orgasm, like just standing there. Like, he just
can you blame him? Can you blame him at all?
I would have taken
no. That shit was hilarious. Though, just to look
okay. See, first of all, I know this is gonna sound bad. But look, these are hard times that these people are in. That one guy, he was the first one to see the boats, even as all the other ones were coming up. The other guys that were standing behind him, they weren't looking over just yet. I would have hopped in that first fucking boat and just rowed to some other part on the coast and hid that shit in a cave.
I would have taken a bite out of everything because I'm petty.
I
don't care if it's a raw potato. He's gonna have teeth marks in that bitch.
They just gonna look up and see you like.
Yep, taking a bite out of
hide that shit in a nice shady cave real quick. Run back to Flea Bottom. Hey, cuz, hey, come on, don't say shit. Just come on, we gotta go do something.
We gotta go show
that whole boat would have been ours. I know it's bad. I know I should share, but no, times is hard out here. Fuck them.
Listen, I'm not mad at it at all.
We are in post-apocalyptic thinking right now. Okay, this is survival mode. Yeah, I ain't got time to be nice to everybody.
He's not making good choices, locking the people in there with no rewards or
no. He's not.
No nothing. So
no.
That's what you
how are you keeping these people loyal? I think that's the biggest thing. And I don't understand why none of them are thinking about that.
Exactly. Like, didn't the lady, his firecracker told him, like, hey, I need you to be mindful of the small folk because the small folk usually get hurt in situations like this. And I'm like, you got to remember that the small folk outnumber you. And if they hungry enough, they will eat you.
And you're trapped in there with them.
Exactly.
You see that whole thing with Alys and Helena coming out of the temple. Like, that shit got real quick.
Dude. I was so pissed off.
I thought Allison was
that
dead
happened.
For a second when she got slammed up against the wall. I'm like, oh, here we go.
I feel bad.
They got her out. I'm like,
I was like, please get Helena out.
I didn't give a fuck about what was going to happen to her.
I was like, get Helena the hell out of there.
That was literally my thought. I screamed at the scene like 4 or 5 times in a row. Like, bitch, if you don't get my baby cousin home, like right now, me and you are going to have some words. Like, first of all, you know what's going on in the city. Because as dumb as Allison's not stupid. She knows the climate out there, and you still take this girl out to go pray. You could have did that at the Red Keep. Why did you need to go all the way to the Sept for that? Yeah. With what, only 3 or 4 guards? And why even then? Once you see that stuff happening outside, why did you leave the Sept?
Yeah,
you would have done better. That was the bigger deal to me. To lock yourself in there.
Yeah, the King's Guard blew that.
Well,
to botched it completely.
Because he was the one who tried to get him out of there. He was like an elderly one too, so he would have been there for a minute. So he should have had the experience to know to lock them in there and just to surround the door as opposed to bringing them out into the crowd.
Yeah.
So
Did anyone even know they were in the Sept Bay?
No, not until he pulled them out while everybody started coming into the square. And then you took forever to even get the freaking carriage moving once you did get them both on there. Like, come on, man. The guards, the King's Guard on this side and on the other side, y'all been fucking up this season.
Bruh.
Well, they've been at peace for so long.
For Aemon and Aegon are like friends. The majority of them are friends. So, like the little kid who got smunched in the middle and was stabbed, that was a friend.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One of the dummies.
Oh, well.
That's what I'm saying. Meow. Meow.
Oh man. And yeah, actually bowls of brown, I don't even know that I could call those bowls of brown. because of off them and the way that bowl was looking, it looked like it was water with maybe some seasoning salt. It wasn't even a potato in there from a man. Like, so
it was water and fish. Water and fish. That's it. That's all.
With maybe like a lettuce that has no flavor.
Maybe.
I like fish, but not in a bowl with a bunch of water with it. Like, no.
This got to be slimy. I don't.
Hey, Lady Carol. Ew. Oh, why you put that thought in my head now? Oh.
Because I don't eat fish, so that's y'all.
I don't really eat fish either.
I'm
allergic.
Occasionally.
So I hadn't done that.
Occasional fried fish. So I'm good.
I live up in the mountains. I eat a lot of fish, but like he said, it's fried.
My man.
I feel like Allison wasn't thinking because she was just so like in her own feelings about Aemon telling her to sit never down and get out of the kitchen that she was like, let's just go somewhere else. I'm like, okay.
Now hold on. The bitch said, let's go light a candle for Aegon and our other lost souls. Bitch, what the fuck you mean lost souls? Aegon is fine. He's over there still in bed breathing. How about you talk to me about my fucking son that is gone now?
No.
I like the response from her. Her response was like, my cricket stopped singing. My butt stopped singing. that's the only thing you need. Is like, I want to light a candle. My butt stopped singing. I'm concerned about that.
Y'all need to just leave Helena alone.
Helena's I'm trying to be in my everything that girl goes through when a bug stops singing. That's probably something you need to pay attention to.
Right.
She's literally telling you shit's about to go wrong.
Every time she talks, something happens afterwards. Nobody's picking up on that.
Right. You want to know what I'm picking up on a whole lot now, though? She's not talking at all.
No, she's not.
And that scares me more.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening.
Yeah, not only is nobody listening, she's just like, I already told my mom that I forgive her, so I'm just going to sit here and watch this shit roll downhill.
Oh, she knows. That's the crazy part.
I figured that would have happened as well.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And no, we are not advocating for the puppy to go. Right. No, I feel like someone should have taken that puppy and given it to Helena because she could use a support animal right now, and I think that puppy would like to be around someone with a good heart like her. But yeah, I'm surprised though that's actually a very valid thought because the pets are usually the first thing to disappear.
Other than I forgot about that too. The horses. Other than the king's knights,
they still need the horses.
I know. I was like, other than them, normally, you have other tradespeople, other people that have horses to carry stuff here and there. They ain't there no more. They were there around the first of the season. They ain't there no more.
Hey, people get hungry.
Yeah,
needs meat at that point in time.
Bowls of slop. I mean, I wouldn't even call that slop.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It's so funny, but he would have eaten that. Stannis would have been like,
Stannis would have had dinner.
Okay, I need a horse. He's like, well, look, I need a horse. My wife needs a horse.
Right.
My daughter's still alive. She needs a horse. You know what I'm saying? So that's 3 horses we can't eat. Well, all these
but everybody
horses,
else, chop them up.
If you don't tie it up, I'm gonna eat it.
Like, where's my horse at? It was just out here, like, just cooking it up.
Because even though I know this horse belongs to you, if it's not tied up, it's officially a wild horse, which means sandwich. So get your horse.
Get your horse, or I got meals for 2 days.
Come on.
Needs golly. Hey, Peter. Nah, Crocodile Dundee would have actually made it do what it do. I feel like that man could survive on anything.
Facts.
Yakari things.
Remember the rats? What rats? I don't think there's any more rats.
What?
I mean, they did have a rat problem, but I don't think they have a rat problem no more.
It's surprisingly quiet.
Dead. They're probably back, right?
I would imagine, but oof.
I don't know. Just saying.
I know there were shots earlier of the rats, and then once they started locking them up, I don't see any rats.
They're right. We ain't seen no rats since.
You killed all the rat catchers, so
they was like, okay.
Well, you killed all the rat catchers, but there's still no rats.
They were like, well, shit. The rats was like, wait, nobody chasing us. Well, fuck, why I gotta be here? I'm clocking out.
Right.
I'm going home. That's what happened.
It's an early day for me.
Look. Yeah, wow.
Listen, they
You
hungry.
put it in a sandwich, okay? Like horse
They gonna eat
tartare, you know,
They gonna eat it.
it's on the
You know what I'm
Barbie.
First thing
eat
they're gonna
it.
do, stew,
Come
and they're
on.
gonna make that last for a
Right,
bit.
yeah, because you know horse meat that can get tough with them the muscles the way they got to work all the time. So let it simmer for a couple hours. It'd be all right.
So Winner's Lady mentioned a comment said like, who's the quiet cricket? Because I extrapolated from it. I don't know what the right answer is, but I assumed the answer, and this may have come after, I assumed it was Aegon. Because like all he talked about was saying how I'm not going to say anything. And he is injured, and there were 3 crickets from what I remember.
Wow.
So that was my guess in this whole thing. But usually Circle Bros, Ron, right? Yeah. I mean, usually said whatever she said, there's something that follows up with it. And of course, Aegon already said I'm gonna be quiet. So maybe I'm wrong, but that was kind of my immediate instinct.
I have no guesses.
Yeah,
that's about as good a guess as any.
It is. Yeah, so somebody put that on the books.
I
So,
don't
you know,
know.
if we get that answer this season and it's correct, you know, all credits to Kevin. We'll see. Exactly.
We'll see.
Hands up. That's all anybody can say. Why not?
Why not? I'm just trying to extrapolate from Helena.
You said what?
What was that, bruv?
I said I want to address the elephant in the room.
What?
There's an elephant. I mean, you was next anyway,
Alys
so go
Rivers, Alys Rivers is real, guys.
ahead. Yes,
I was
indeed.
I've
worried.
been saying this
'cause
the
I'm
whole
like,
damn time. That woman
I was
is
about-
real.
Oh yeah. I thought she was real the whole time as well, but I did think that it was very interesting how they were playing it. There was the very heavy possibility that she could be projecting from a heart tree somewhere, but she definitely was still
I think it's
physically
just that
there
whole-
most times.
I think it's just that whole bastard thing that they just kind of ignore her and let her kill people. But yeah, she that, and her storyline mixed with Damon is actually that was quite entertaining. Like
It
she's
was.
like, I'm out of here.
It
I'm
was.
leaving, and she's like, "Give it 3 days. Everything will be fine. Winds will change. 3 days." And then 3 days later, here's Lord Strong going, so Grover Tully's dead. Alice went down there, tried to help him. Mike, you mean poison him? Okay.
No, she assisted him to death. She helped.
Yeah,
she did.
she helped.
Okay, she helped. It just may not have been the help that y'all thought it was going to be.
Right.
And yes, she did. See, again, we can. This is the only type of show you can say these with a laugh at the end.
Listen,
It would be perfectly fine.
him to go to the heavy side.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Cat
Yes.
reference. He went to
Yes,
the heavy
yes.
side layer. All right.
I don't know if y'all know musical theater like the Meeks do, but gold star for that one. I love that.
Hymns is okay over there, but I just like the fact that she was just letting this man run around, be crazy. And then the moment he was like,
She
I
fucked
just
his
need your
pillows.
help. She was like, okay, bet. Give it 3 days. I'll see you in a minute.
Right, give it 3 days. Right. He
I'll be
just
right
looked
back.
at her like,
And then-
what?
So I do have a question because she sit there. Was it the first time she met Damon? She goes, "I'm an owl." So we actually had the owl land on her arm this time. So is she able to warg into that owl, or am I reading a little bit too much into that?
I think that's reading a bit too much into it. I don't think she
I
has.
feel like-
Is
I
she
feel
a
like she
witch?
might actually
She's a
be.
witch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She is a witch.
I don't know. I will give
don't
you she is a
know.
witch, absolutely. But skin changer on top of that, I need more
She
evidence.
knows a lot of shit going on in the realm that most people don't have a clue.
'Cause she
what's
hears it
going
on the
in
wind.
that
Oh,
castle.
yeah, she hears it on the
Like,
wind.
what does
She gets
that mean?
messages from
I
her
think she
owl.
sees it through her eyes.
She knows
what
how
I'm
to
saying.
read. She knows how to read the potents. Well, the owl isn't going to be everywhere where things are important all at the same time.
Right.
Now, see, but she could have she has the weirwood net and glass candles. You don't necessarily need to skin change an animal to get all that information.
Well, I don't think
Right.
she's skin
Wait,
changing
she has
anyway.
glass
She's
candles?
actually warging into it. So those are 2 different things. Those
Well,
would
no,
be-
warging is specific to canine species.
I don't know, because I'm like, man,
No.
that
What-
bird is everywhere.
Are you talking about
Well,
like for
skin-
crows
skin-
too?
skin-
Skin change. No,
Didn't they warg into
skin
a
changing
bird
is everything
in Game of
they-
Thrones, or is that not part of it?
in the
thought
thrones.
warging
But I'm
and skin
saying in
changing
the
were the
book,
same
George has said there is a difference now.
No, we know there's a difference,
Okay.
but so
It's where the
if
lines
you can go
are
into
in
a
the
bird,
difference,
what is it called?
I guess.
Right.
It's not skin
okay.
changing.
Right.
Everything that isn't canine is skin changing, except I think there's something extra with the dragon, but that's it. Canines like wolves, dogs, all of those in that. All of that is what's actual warging. Dire wolves, all of that. But anything else is skin changing.
Nah, I feel like she's still
Okay.
using that bird. I'm gonna go with the skin.
I mean,
shade.
and that's highly possible. Like she's got a lot of witchy shit going on. I wouldn't put it past her. Hey, Dornish.
Because the werewood trees, how far do they go? Do they go all the way up into
all up
the
and
way.
down Westeros? Yeah. Yep. We don't see the trees on the surface anymore in Dorne or some areas down south, but the roots are still there. There's still those Children of the Corus caves that have roots going all through them.
Back then, would they still be there? Because this is hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, no, they're in King's Landing.
The roots?
We've seen Rhaenyra's leaning
Yeah,
up
but like you
against
said,
it.
in Dorne, are they completely gone by this time in Dorne? Because we're still like 100 years.
Yes,
off.
they are completely gone in Dorne. But underground, all that weirwood network, as we call it, all of that is still active.
The stupid man in the tree. Stupid man in the tree who became the man in the tree who became the king. That guy. That guy.
Did you ever like? I know this is not from the episode, but I didn't realize this was even a thing until I saw random articles. Did you all see at some point that people were like theorizing that like Daemon became the Night King or something?
I think that. And my face is
you know what? I did hear that, and I was like, yeah, nah.
I was like, we know this answer. Why?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. We already know where this version of the Night King came from. There has been more than one. I do agree with that theory, but that Daemon is that guy right there? No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely
a far way
not.
to travel.
Yeah, that I was. I just had to bring it up.
Seriously.
I was like, all right.
Like,
Actually,
sir,
I've
like, you
never
went from
talked to
here to
anyone about it
here.
yet. It's
who is not going to notice Daemon Targaryen, whether he's with Caraxes or not? Who isn't going to notice that dude walking through the woods?
Right.
But
And also, Daemon wouldn't.
Because you can only get north of the wall by some very specific means. Somebody would have seen him.
And when Daemon threw the javelin, he would have hit Daenerys. He wouldn't have aimed for one of the other dragons.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
100%. Dead giveaway.
Yep. Season 1 done.
Thank you. Yeah, I do not subscribe to that theory at all. No. That is wild. And I like tinfoil. Y'all know I used to have a tinfoil show.
But I love tinfoil, but the tinfoil gotta make sense to me. That don't make sense.
It's gotta make sense, exactly. Or at least be entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is neither. I'm like, that's silly. I don't like it.
Yeah. I felt desperate when I read that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Daemon's all right, let's get out of here.
Right.
Right. Okay, like that's enough. What's the roast net for the day?
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh man.
As far as the witch, though,
do you?
I had a question.
Go ahead.
About the witch. Last episode, I was confused because I thought she was like a spirit because, of course, he's in this spooky haunted house of horrors. All this stuff is jumping out at him. He's having weird dreams. He's having sex with his mom. Ew. So, I mean, all those particular things happening, I'm like, okay, she can't be real. And then, of course, this episode came through. She was actually there. So I'm like, okay. Once I started digging, I found out she was a witch. I'm like, okay, that makes sense because she still disappeared. So it could have been, it's like, I'm only manifesting myself to you at this particular moment. And then after this, but everything else, I'm still here. I still don't think anybody actually acknowledged her though, as of yet, except for, what's the name?
There was that one time that Sir Simon looked at her.
Yeah. Okay.
And, but no one else really had to interact with her. Hi, Loki. One thing that I did notice, and I didn't catch it until I was rewatching just before we got on, when Larys was talking to Aegon, he was saying that the only reason that he actually was able to get back to functioning, even with the clubfoot and all that after whatever happened to him happened, was because of witch magic, which that's probably why he didn't want to stay there. He's already had to deal with Alys for some years.
Yeah, I think he said that his dad said it was maligned magic or something.
Yeah.
Or malign spells, I think is what it was said. And I was like, is he referring to Alys right now?
Yep. I didn't catch it when I did the initial watch, but yeah, I heard it tonight. And I thought that was a very clever thing to pop in there.
After watching this and how witchy she is, I'm on the theory that she's the freaking witch of Harrenhal. Like she's the ghost of Harrenhal. That's who it is. I don't think you can change my mind on that one.
She's just so
This
bizarre.
is a really dumb thought, but I just saw Kratos in my head screaming about random shit. The ghost of Sparta. The ghost of Sparta.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused because here's the thing. Just to jump around, Allison had a conversation with her brother about her son that she don't know nothing about, right?
That's it. Who is 16 now?
Who is 16 now.
And a good kid.
And a good kid.
And he has stopped writing her as often as he used to.
Do you think that Otto is going to show up with him in tow and the dragon in tow by the end of this season? Or will we not see it until...
We touched on that a bit last night when in the after show. I still am sticking to my answer. I think that's a thing that could happen, at least by the finale.
Sounds like an Otto thing to do.
Because he ain't talking to nobody. Because nobody officially knows where he is. He's not answering.
And everybody's looking for him.
Everyone
is looking for him.
And he could just be staying away and being petty. Like, I'm going to be looking down in my little tower like, y'all are ass. Look at you. Look at you struggling. Look at you. You're trash. Your mom's trash. King is trash. Your new king is trash. I can just see him sitting up there for a minute and then being like, okay, now we can go in.
Right.
It's trash enough. Let's go in and try and fix it and be the hero. Because I was trying to figure out who they cast for it, and it's up in the air. It's all over the place because they said they casted somebody, they were in IMDb. Somebody said, well, that person is in IMDb, but they're a cupbearer. I'm like, listen, they have been known to fuck around with IMDb, so
all the time.
You don't know until the episode is released. And at this point, we got 2 more episodes, and with the timeline being in such a disarray from what we know from the books, I can't tell you. When, what, where, why, or how.
If he doesn't show up by episode 9, he'll be in episode 1 of season 3.
There's only going to be 8 episodes, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's our
8.
Episode. Sorry.
Yeah.
If he's not in episode 8, he'll be in episode 1 of season 3.
Yeah.
What episode are we in now?
6.
I literally blinked out.
6.
Okay.
We got.
We only got 2 more left.
Well, yeah.
Episode shit.
I think the question is like, where do we think the season has to end? You know, like when I like to, a lot of times I like to use Star Wars as a comparison. So like, are we looking for an Empire Strikes Back type ending, or are we looking for like a New Hope type ending? Should the blacks be on top or the greens be on top by the end of this? I assume the blacks are going to come back because they've been getting kind of smacked around all season. Even though the greens are dysfunctional, the blacks kind of need to come out.
They need a win.
I think as the winners, at least temporarily.
I don't know what win they could really have at this moment because they've been being ridiculous and edging us with this dragon seed stuff since the trailer.
I think that's a win.
Might be the win.
I think sea smoke
that they find more dragon seeds. Okay, yeah. I already knew Alan was going to be on him eventually.
They will officially like find the ones, not just the dragons finding them, but Team Black will be like, okay, these
Team Black will officially
because
go
I've seen a picture of them at the table together, and I'm just like, okay, would this be considered the episode 7 win, or because usually something big happens in episode 7 is usually a death, like usually the one right before the season finale, whatever number it is a big death or a big event. And then 10 leaves us on a cliffhanger, or the last episode leaves us on a cliffhanger for the next season. So I can't tell you where we're going to leave off. I don't even know.
I would have a better answer if Aegon was where he was supposed to be. But specifically because of that, a lot of things are skewed. And I'm going to pause the convo momentarily because we have a Black Wilding in our midst.
Nice.
Lady D.
Go home.
Professor Diligence.
Your Grace.
Oh, Jesus.
Your
Grace.
Oh, dear God.
Y'all knew what this was when you met me, man.
You damn right. You damn right.
Let's go.
The professor has entered the building, ladies and gentlemen. I would just like that to be known. Lady D, do we have any There Be the Dragon
I mean, the only Darby the
episode?
Dragon, the only Darby the Dragon I had for the entire episode was when she slapped the piss out of Old. I was like, oh my God.
It was about time. You know what? See, I think that needed to happen, and that line was exactly correct. It's my fault that you don't fear me. And she snapped the dog piss out of his mouth. Like, look here, damn it. I will need you to shut the fuck up when you talk to me. And no, I did not misspeak. I meant that exactly the way I said it.
That's how it's supposed to be.
You need to shut up. The rest of the dragons got issues. Like Aemon over here dealing with his freaking repressed childhood issues. Aegon dying still. Like everybody is just, it's not working out. Damon is straight up bugging out. Like to go.
Damon's still high on the Obia juice.
Open the door.
Yeah, like I'm here now, bro. Stop. Stop. Jace is the only level-headed one. He's like, so what did he do? That
Poor Jace has just been trying to be useful this whole season,
I know,
man.
So bad. Sorry, baby. Sorry. Not yet.
That was it. I don't know. Poor Raina. She's like, you lied to me. There's a big ass dragon. So the dragons were really just, I don't know what was going on in this episode, but she did slap the piss out of him, and that was well deserved. And I think that was the highlight for me. Like, oh wow, did she really just, and in front of everybody, all the maids in the background, like, did you see him get slapped?
Listen, the way they jumped too, they was like, ooh.
Ooh.
Let me turn around and mind my own damn business. I didn't see shit.
I'm gonna wipe this wall.
That slap was reminiscent of like when you or one of your siblings is getting dressed down, and then your mom decides to put your lips like planted across the room on a wall somewhere. Everyone sees it, but ain't nobody gonna say a damn thing because they don't want to be next.
Huh? That's what it is, huh?
I was reading my book. I don't.
Yeah, that's that invisible hand. You know, it was so fast you didn't see where her hand came from. You felt it. He was like, I had where it came from. But,
like Chris Tucker in what was it? Was it Money Talks? Which one of y'all kicked me?
Yeah.
Which one of y'all was that?
Same energy.
That's Rush Hour.
I think it was Rush Hour.
Yeah,
Rush Hour. That's right.
I'm like, which one of y'all? Yes.
Right. And the next time the fist ain't going to be open, it's going to be closed.
Yeah.
But I feel like the only other There Be the Dragon moment was Sea Smoke because he was really.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Sea Smoke was sea smoking.
Well, there you go. The actual dragon. There be the actual dragon.
Because he said what he said.
I think that's crazy. Like Sea Smoke was like, I'm gonna find my own rider. Like that's the thing. Like,
well, here's the thing. I think that's probably what George was talking about. How he was like, it's lore to this. Y'all fucking with the lore. So I think that's what he was referring to when he was like, people are doing stuff that ain't never been done before with these dragons, and dragons I said them a certain way for a certain reason. So I understand that, but it's highly entertaining.
highly
entertaining. The way Sea Smoke trolled Addam, that shit was hilarious too. Where he's just like bombing him and fly up.
Yeah.
I mean, Sea Smoke chose him like that first episode we saw him in when he was by the beach
flying around,
and everybody tried to tell us that was Morning and Raina, not Raina, Bela flying by, and we were like, no.
Who said that?
It's definitely, there was a lot of people in our chat trying to say that it was Morning.
Yeah.
And by the way, that is Addam. 100%. Alan's the one that's going to go on the ship with Corlys.
Yeah, it's Addam.
Addam.
Is it Addam? Okay.
Addam
of Hall. That's right.
But shit, like it was kind of
right. Yes,
Addam runs through there. He slides down the rocks, and I'm like, dude, Sea Smoke's right in front of you, and he turns, and there's a dragon. He was like,
there be the dragon.
He had a good stride though, man. Addam could run.
High knees.
Dude, I would be getting into it if the dragon was dive bombing my ass.
Straight to the train. Straight to the trees.
but what did you think those trees was gonna do though, my guy? Come on.
Anything. You have no options. Take the less. Take with it.
Trees stopped the moon dancer early on in the season. I don't know. You know.
But those are thicker trees. This was
right.
Like
those were thicker trees, and they were.
I don't know.
They were going like straight at those trees though.
Like
but what I will say, what I don't know if anybody heard it, but what Kevin said just there was one of my highlights too, was us seeing older brother Alan shaving his head.
Yes.
And we saw that was the cue. That's why he has a bald head, because he wants to hide that Velaryon hair that he has that is very reminiscent of his daddy's.
I was like, so where you got the turban on your head for? Oh, it's time to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I saw the head wrap, I was like,
he hasn't had time. Yeah, he hasn't had time to get a quick shave in. Mm-hmm.
Wait, so which one's the older and which one's the younger? I got to mix up
the one with the black dreads.
Okay, the one with the dreads is
ball guy's older.
Yeah, so yes.
Okay.
Alan's older.
Alan?
Adam is the younger, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Just to make sure I had it right. All right.
So.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm looking at the picture now, and they're showing the dreadlock guy as Alan.
Nope.
I don't know why.
It's Addam.
If you look up who claims sea smoke, it says Addam.
Yeah, Addam.
So that's probably going to be the
Alan's on board with his
twist. That's probably going to be the twist then. Yeah.
Yeah, different names the whole time.
Yeah, since there's 2 episodes left, that's probably going to be a twist somewhere. All right.
Have you all been seeing the memes about Sea Smoke and Addam and everything? Oh, they're the greatest.
What memes?
Oh, there's a
Which
million
one?
of them.
All of them.
He's getting the Cody Road treatment.
Yeah, they have it as Alan.
These websites, yeah. Now there,
Kev on stage.
it was something on the wiki, but you mean you can't ever really trust the wiki though.
No, I went right to IMDb.
There was one where they talked about where like Sea Smoke burned Stefan Darkland, and it was Kev on stage talking like he's Sea Smoke
because he trolled him.
He was like, bro, he's like, I thought you said dark skin, not Darkland. You can't go out.
I didn't ask for this.
He's like, no,
that's it. And I was like,
oh man,
ew.
I was at work earlier this morning, and my cousin Funda, she had actually sent me the Lord Cisco Targaryen, the Last Dragon. I was like, damn, and it was something else that Kev on stage. I said, damn it, he done found the season 1 memes.
Yes.
Because that came out last season and it's still hilarious.
It's even more funny now because he was like, I don't want this. Sea Smoke was like, I don't like this. I don't like it.
My whole thing is like how they didn't tell like the dragon tamers, like apparently they come equipped with knives so they can slit their own throats and even if they're getting burned alive. So y'all didn't think that was important to tell like Sir Stefan that? Like, bro. No. If you're burning, just go ahead and end it real quick. You're just gonna let that man sit there and scream for 5 minutes.
They were hoping that he didn't have to burn. They didn't know that Sea Smoke had jokes like that.
But on the off chance, like you're holding a knife and cut your throat.
Sea Smoke's got one dark sense of humor. That's all I'm saying.
And I honestly, I don't even know that I could say if that man had the wherewithal to even make it to cutting his throat. Man, he thought he did something when he took one little tiptoe towards Sea Smoke. He was like, "Oh, I did it," and Sea Smoke just looked at him like, "What? You did what?"
Yeah, he did, buddy.
He did. He put his head down a little bit. He was like, "Yeah, you know."
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. Scott, what was I not happy about last night? Hold on. What y'all talking about?
What did Georgie?
Hey, Whitney Davis.
That was Addam.
Fat from Milli Vanilli.
Oh,
dude.
The resemblance is there.
Real
It's there.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Look at the memes too. Some of the memes are saying that Sea Smoke only picks the prettiest of pretty boys.
I mean, well, from the history that we've seen,
it's not wrong.
They're not wrong.
Lenore, Addam.
So what
But man's skin is silky, chocolate smooth.
This is ugly. Y'all sent me ugly. This is ugly.
Steve Smoke had that Targaryen dragon seed walk up to him. He burnt him to toast. He's like, no, only Velaryons get on my back. No, there ain't no
I
fucking
can't,
Targaryen.
Right.
It's like you're not the right color, you're not the right skin tone. They're just
I rash.
all
I mean,
wrong.
also just the
Your
whole
blood smells
wrong
Like, this
mentality.
ain't working.
You're coming up to this dragon, this wonderful, majestic creature, and you're supposed to be trying to bond with him. And the minute he even shifts or sneezes, you go to grab your sword.
Yeah.
What part of the Brotherhood is that?
We don't like it.
See Smoke like, who ordered this?
No,
I didn't order this.
Who mans is this? Hello, excuse me. Who mans is this?
Check your feet.
Word. Rhaenyra, who this man?
Right.
Man.
Oh dear God.
That's not my favorite part about the entire
man.
episode. It's just so much fun. Like the dragon part, granted, it made George mad, but it was still fun. I'm
It
not
was
mad
fun.
at that.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not
So,
mad at
Adamantium Pizza. I adore your name, and welcome to the chat. I don't think I've seen your name before.
Hey.
So I wanted to follow up on that too, actually, Meeks, because I think
Dragons can technically change their sex, Daynard.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Kev, go ahead.
So I think actually part of the thing that also George wasn't happy about, which kind of goes on to honestly another topic that I was thinking of earlier about like what's considered a win for the Targaryen Blacks. And I think one of the things with lore that he was probably a little bummed about in his blog post was I think some of the stuff with like Sheep Stealer. And it looks like that's going to intersect with Rhaena a little bit. And one of the things was he was like, okay, these are like cave dwelling animals that don't really stray too far away from their actual cave and their home. And he said in the show they're getting like to some degree he alluded to they're getting pretty liberal with how far the dragons are flying on their own for funsies to look for food. And I think possibly Sheep Stealer and stuff like that is one of the things that going to get he's a little bothered by too in addition to it.
Looking for definitive information that this is going to happen because people keep saying it, but I'm like, did the
Yeah.
actual showrunners say it? Because if the showrunners if people mention stuff about it and they were like, oh yeah, this is not a thing, that's not a thing, but they said that there will be a Nettles but not this season. That's the last I heard, and that was like before the season started.
I can't imagine that.
Okay.
I mean, like
That's why I'm
Rhaena's
like, I don't
trying to,
know.
you know.
Yeah.
And I've also heard other things too that they're going to split up Nettles pieces into other characters, and one of them is one of the girls too.
That's what I'm trying
I
to
hate
figure
that
out.
even more.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out who said that
I agree
because
with
I
Ron.
can't find anybody
Right.
credible who said that.
Right,
It's
right,
like
right, right.
Somebody had said
Yeah.
it once, and then it just like spread everywhere.
And then it
everybody's
took
like,
off,
"Oh,
yeah.
shit."
Yeah,
I'm
you,
like-
you can't have the tease that we had with the burnt sheep and everything like that.
Exactly.
I'm
Rhaena
saying.
going, you
They're
have
gonna
a
do a
big
left
dragon.
turn.
I'm like, yeah, there it is. They're
That's
getting rid of
Nettles.
Nettles.
I just
Yeah.
assumed it
Yeah.
was or either Cannibal out here playing.
Cannibal.
They said that we're going to see Cannibal this season.
Oh,
They
Oh,
I thought Cannibal was on.
The showrunners said that we're going to
Cannibal
see Cannibal
Ishi?
this season.
Is it Cannibal at
Dragonstone.
They said
Dragonstone?
that he was
Okay,
roaming
well, okay.
around.
Hold on. So you said we're going to see Cannibal this season. The only way we're going to see Cannibal this season is if a dragon dies. And the only time another dragon dies is when the sea battle happens.
because that's where they're all at. Most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them,
So
yeah,
we're
when
gonna
that
get
happens.
if we're going to see Cannibal this season, we're getting the sea battle probably either episode 7 or 8, probably 8.
Yeah.
So that means
Yeah.
another one of Rhaenyra's sons is going to die.
Wait, my man's just got his sea fleet up
Oh,
too.
sorry.
Spoilers!
I'm sorry.
No.
I didn't say names.
We can't
I'm
go. I mean, well,
Sorry.
it's only one son to be talked about, though. so-
Exactly.
Right. But still, that's the only way. But honestly, that's the only way Cannibal's going to show up.
Because that's what I'm like. At this point, I'm like, I don't think like I can't for sure say who that is in the veil because she said it's a big old dragon. And I'm like, well, can we look at the size of the dragons? And
Hey,
I was like, I don't know. I need more information from this. I need more information.
Yeah, I
Listen.
definitely need more information. Right. I will say though, once they did show that burned area over there with the bones and whatnots, that did make sense to why Lady Jane was so
Absolutely.
pressed to have a dragon up there. But I'm like, bitch, why didn't you
should've
just
said
say
in the
that
first place.
from the beginning? We could have came and took care of this before this move even happened.
Like, listen, there's a
That's just not
dragon.
smart. That's not smart.
So we thinking that sheep stealer, or is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It seems like it's gonna be sheep stealer, yeah, because from the bones
It's
that we're
burnt
looking
sheep.
at. But
Y'all better
Yeah, it
not
was
burn
burnt
some
sheep.
sheep and then be like cannibal. Like really?
Listen, they could do that. That's why I'm like, at this point, I don't know.
don't even speak that into existence. No, see, it's out in the ether now. Damn it.
Dank on
Listen.
it, man.
Hey, Alice, and that is correct. That is why a lot of us thought she got that fourth egg that is in that box. So I don't know. I think we'll have to see how that plays out. It's another one of those things that we can't truly call, even having the knowledge of what happened from the books, because everything is really out of whack right now. And Larry Sati, hello, how do? Welcome.
And I typically push the sheep stealer thing mainly because from like a narrative perspective, and I'm certainly no narrative genius. Like it's been, so many episodes in a row where Rhaena's just pushed on she doesn't have a dragon, or she's tried to have a dragon, and she just there's got to be a payoff for that at some point, other than we just hear she's bummed she didn't get a dragon. So
they definitely made it look like that look they made her put on her face. They definitely made it look like she's about to go to try to get this dragon. I really don't want to see that. And I think Nettles deserves her own character. Same with Rhaena.
I was just checking to see if there's any situation where Cannibal and Sheep Stealer are together, and they are. When somebody is trying to mount said baby.
Okay.
And then she comes through and eats whatever's left, because she was like, snacks. We don't drop no fight.
We don't waste food. We don't waste food around here.
Eat it. So there is a thing where in the middle of claiming stuff where this could happen. So I'm just like, I don't know. I still can't say. I refuse, because I would be real sad if they do that to that character. They try to roll her up.
Yeah.
I don't like.
And
that.
I mean, you. I don't know about that. I don't know why. Whose dragon is she gonna get on, if not Sheep Stealer? Because Vermithor gets a different writer, right? Is it not one of? Yeah, it's one of the King's Landing bastards.
Yeah, Vermithor is a different writer.
Yeah, I don't know how they would do that if she isn't getting Sheep Stealer. I don't know. I really want them to do both of these characters justice. I don't think they are characters that can be combined, because they both have important shit in their storyline.
And they go in two different places, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm
so I guess that it's another one of those things where we just gotta say, we'll see what happens. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Prepare for disappointment.
Always.
always. Yeah.
Prepare for disappointment.
Seriously.
Always.
So was Khaleesi saying, yeah. One of the posters for Hot D, Rhaena was holding something in her hand, but a dragon with sheep in its mouth is mirrored on the item.
Interesting.
Really?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't think that exists, Phil. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm no like extreme dragon lore master, but I don't know that could be
not a lot of tofu back in those days.
Hey,
I know it, exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't want it. Cheese me no likey. I don't need it.
Well, how many seasons are they trying to do? Because that will probably determine if they're going to even bring Nettles in.
I think 5 is the max 4. That I heard.
At first I thought 5, but everywhere else I've seen it's only said 4. I would like 5, but at the pace that they're going, I don't even fucking know anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that's
stuff
the timeline is hard.
Doesn't happen until after certain other things happen.
Right.
And we're already hearing about them and seeing them, and I'm just like,
because I'm thinking they're going to speed
where
run.
they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
they're going to speed run some stuff, or maybe do some more time jumps. That's what I'm thinking.
Because this only takes place in what, like 3 or 4 years. Like the
full thing is
it's not long.
It's
not
years.
long at all.
It's not long. Like in Fire and Blood, I think it's maybe like 40 pages, if that much when they talk about it. So yeah.
I mean, there's so much to work with, though. I mean, thankfully, the way the book is, you can flesh out as much as you want. add more details. You know, so that's actually what I love about Fire and Blood and this. Is that you can really, they have creative liberty, but the problem is, you know, you got to hope that the people who are adapting it are smart. And I think in season 1 they were. In season 2, it's a little more question marky.
Questionable.
Yeah.
Baby.
Hi, baby. Oh man.
She thinks y'all combined is some bull crap, by the way, if you're listening. Yeah.
Look, Baby Wildland has already been giving her opinions. What'd you say, Meeks?
Imagination Realm said.
Someone say Raina gets Sheep Stealer and morning after Sheep Stealer is killed.
So wait, y'all gonna kill Sheep Stealer too?
So okay, again, who the fuck is Nettles gonna ride then? Not man.
Nettles ain't gonna be a part of this.
You know what? Hold on. See, this was a bad omen from the start. I did not start this stream.
And I
didn't start the stream with my rum, so I'll be right back. I gotta go fill up my cup now. That was some bullshit.
Game of Thrones,
I got some money.
That's what I need. And we're not getting the leaks like we had them then.
Right.
I need these leaks because at this point I need more information.
Oh no! Why do you want leaks?
Because I'm nosy. I am nosy.
How she survives
if
in life.
I read enough, that's I have a major question that needs to be answered. And it involves the casting of 2 people. Once I see the casting for 2 people, or the casting from one person, let me know the other person's not showing up. Then that's my answer.
Confirm the casting. That is confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, confirmed casting. So that's what I'd be looking for.
Mm.
Because as of right
just
now,
the way they played out the veil, I don't see Nettles showing up the way they played that all out.
I agree.
Concur.
I don't know where the frame is for her in the story.
I don't think Nettles is, once
my
they showed that and her eyes lit up like her eyes, she's staring at that field. Her eyes got about this big. Like there's a big dragon here. I'm like, yep, nope, Nettles is gone. We're not getting Nettles. This is bullshit.
Yep.
So, so there's a couple now. They got to rewrite some shit to make it now make sense. And
yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah,
because I understand the book is like very loosely based as what's going on, but still, I'm just like some of the events have to event. They don't have to go the way that is described in the book, but the events must happen because they are recorded as happening, just like the big major fights and stuff. So I'm just like, man.
I think they're going to do it, but I don't think they're going to go hard in it because of the limited budget, limited time frame. You can still do stuff, but they got their eyes on other events and with Nettles and stuff. Like, well, we have all these other characters. Do we really need Nettles? And that's why I was doing some digging earlier today, and I was like, yeah. They may split up this part over for this character, this part for this character, this part for this character, and kind of do their own little magic for writing to kind of tie it up. And it's not going to be what it's in the books. Not even close, I don't think. Not even close.
That hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Here's my question. If
I hear a baby.
Yeah, she's here. She's going to be here. If this is supposed to be the truest telling of the events, like what is this?
Yeah. She is very not happy with what could be going on.
She's like, I know, right? And then they're gonna take the camera.
Like, no, mama, hold on, no, you talking too slow, mama. Let me tell them what's going on, okay?
Right.
She was like, and then the character that I wanted to be there is not there, and I'm just like,
Yes, baby. We all feel the same.
100%. 100%.
My gosh. On a random side note, like really random, YouTube is trash. I just want to let y'all know that. YouTube is trash right now. They're doing me dirty.
What they do?
I'm still on limited ads for everything I've uploaded.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Really?
YouTube stay not wanting us to be great, man.
Everything.
Why are you unlimited? What do you mean?
No clue. When you upload something, it has an option to just set it for regular monetization, and then if you hit like a censor or something, it'll flip it over to limited. For some reason, every single video I have uploaded in the past week has been hit with limited ads, and it's taking 2 to 3 days to release, which means the stuff that comes out weekly, I'm losing out all types of money from it because by the time they release it, nobody's watching it anymore. Like right now, my House of the Dragon is at like 2,200 views. I'm not getting paid for any of that because it only pays for YouTube.
That is wild.
Are you using copyright stuff?
Yeah. Like I'm using all that stuff. Like I'm using all that. It's not the copyright stuff that's the problem. It's saying like the content in it.
Oh.
And then they'll hold it, and then they're like, oh no, this is fine, and then they'll release it after 2 or 3 days after the video has died down.
Yeah, that's an intentional throttle. They're doing that on purpose.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Everything, even Bridgerton.
YouTube,
I was like,
YouTube
dog,
does
what's
that.
in Bridgerton? What is in Bridgerton? They tried to hit my hero. I was like, dog, it's my hero.
Right, the stuff's already out. I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, dog. But yeah, everything.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a gold star for that comment there, Adamantium. Indeed. Yeah, Tom. For those of you that aren't Lord of the Rings heads, yeah, Tom Bombadil is a very crucial character for a couple events in the Lord of the Rings series. But they took him out for the movies for whatever the reasons, and if that's really what they're gonna do, I'm gonna still watch. Obviously,
I'm gonna watch Fury. I'm just gonna
because, but I'm going to be very, very, very sad.
I'm just gonna mention it every single time. Every single time. But I'm still watching. I can't not watch. I'm in too deep. Sorry.
I'll be the contrarian for a hot second with this and say that even though I like Nettles and I'd rather Nettles be in it than not, I don't know if you need Nettles for it to be a good story necessarily, and since they have to adapt and worry about so many different characters, and I know a lot of people think, well, like myself, I think there's the idea that like Damon and Nettles' relationship was one thing, but you could argue it was really a different kind of relationship, and maybe you could have that with Rhaena. So I think it could fulfill that. Because I think about it like Lady Stoneheart, kind of in the Song of Ice and Fire books. I would have much rather had Lady Stoneheart, but in the Game of Thrones series, I'm like, well, without Stoneheart, like she doesn't really affect that many things. She's really cool. I would love her to be there, but like other parts of her could probably be given to other characters, and the story marches along. So even though I'd rather Nettles be there, I think the story can still flow pretty well. So I will say that.
True, but the main reason why people watch this stuff is to be able to see the cool stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. I'm just okay. Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm going to push back on that. Like I said earlier,
I was just thinking of one part that comes with Nettles and Rhaenyra, and we're not going to get that.
Okay.
Well, the pushback piece I was just going to say is really, I just go back to what I was saying earlier on, which is I think political intrigue and amazing dialogue with amazing actors, and I think that's what I keep coming back for. Although I do love a good dragon battle. And
I don't want to see no more. I'm good. After that first one and hearing Sunfire scream on the way down, I'm good.
Ooh.
I just
want to make sure there's more slaps.
I can sit there and listen to Caraxes talk all night long.
Listen.
Actually, that's a thing to mention. So I'll use that as one of my nice things. Caraxes has been trying to tell you for a little bit, I think, to get out here. You see, Caraxes was up chilling. He's not even in the courtyard. He's just up on one of the shelves on the mountain. He's not even in there. So
I just want to say he has one of the coolest voices, like his talking voice.
He does.
Damien is the coolest voice out of all the dragons.
It's very unique.
On stream.
Ready to go right now.
It's a unique signature.
He's like, you were almost at the door. And then you
and you were and Caraxes was calling the whole time. The whole time he's sitting there talking to this chick still. Caraxes like, bro, hey, Damon.
Open the door.
Open the door. Zaddy. Zaddy. Hello.
All I hear is Stewie. Mom, mommy, mom,
Uh-huh.
mom, mommy.
Yep.
All I hear. Because he outside.
Chill out, Stewie. Jeez.
No, and Caraxes was 100% correct, because just like Greywind trying to warn Rob's dumbass about stuff, he's actually trying to say, hey, bro, first of all, again, like we said, stop drinking the rasclato of your juice.
Focus.
Secondly, bring your ass so we can go.
No. He
but nah, they don't want to do that.
Can we go yet? Can we go yet? Can we go yet?
Exactly.
Can we go yet? Can we go yet?
You stand up like you finna go, but you sit down when you see they're not moving. So you stand up again, like. Yeah, really.
I can't blame Caraxes for that too, because he can feel what Damon feels like. If you're looking at the Lord, dragons feel what the riders feel, and Damon's
that's been my whole thing for the season. How is Caraxes dealing with these random visions and shits? Because he's seeing them too. But he's smart enough, and I think he has the wherewithal on that dragon business to not go anywhere near there. But he still has to experience it because he's connected to Damon.
I feel like it's going through Damon, but he's like, it's not looking at me. No, that's not for me.
You know what? If I was Caraxes, I would have been tempted to just go back to Dragonstone myself. Like, hey, I don't know what's going on with the uncle husband over there. Like, I tried to grab him, but I don't got time for dealing with that witchy nonsense. I'm gonna just be here. You said it was a battle coming? Okay.
I don't know, like I heard that there were other people, other dragons. I'm finna go be nosy and be like looking. I'm finna go look real quick, and I will see you in the midnight.
In a little bit.
So, question for y'all: like, y'all saw Caraxes out there, like with the water behind him, like massive water. Is that the God's Eye? Because if so, God's Eye is freaking huge. Like, did y'all see?
I was wondering that too. Because that's the only body of water that could be there, right?
It should be the only body of water that's right next to Harrenhal like that. And I was just thinking to myself,
because Harrenhal is inland, so it's not like he was near a coast.
Oh, I didn't
think y'all realize how huge that body of water is. Like, I know, like, speaking of being witchy and spooky and whatever else,
my God is huge.
You see that?
That's Can you share that picture? Or share your screen or toss me the link so I can share it.
I'm actually in my reaction, so hold on one second. Hold on, let me make this big. I don't know how this is gonna work because I shoot mines differently. So hold on, we'll see if it does stupid.
In its witchingness and whatnot, like I would really like to see the Isle of Faces, and I don't know if or whatever, but with the dragon being, what's going on, and then with Damon over here letting Alys Rivers kill people and all sorts of other weird crap.
Doesn't look okay.
Hey, you guys still moving. That's all that matters.
Did y'all peep like when he was given that news, he had to be woken up at that table because maybe he's gotten smart to not go to sleep in that damn Wormwood bed.
That doesn't help, dog.
So, but he looked at he kind of chuckled. He's like, oh, well,
that is massive
shit.
For no reason, by the way. For
no
reason.
You saw how
it?
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm hoping that we get to see it because it's
gonna be such a good situation.
We're talking about like
it really is.
Like that would be the center of witchiness powers that still exist in the Riverlands.
Okay, you see it?
Oh, there it is. Hold on. Let me put it up.
That.
All right.
You see that water?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
And that structure right there that we're seeing is definitely the Isle of Faces. That's so wild. And they just have this gem of a thing in the fandom just posted up like it's nothing.
Nice.
Chilling.
They didn't even mention it.
But yeah.
But that is very cool. I do hope that we go over there for some weird random reason.
At least to see it before things thing.
Yeah, agreed.
Indeed. And
because I actually want to see it. When things sting,
I sent a meme. They're killing me.
Yep, I'm pulling it up right now.
And they're killing me. I'm sorry. These sea smoke memes are killing me.
Wait, I'm about to show y'all exactly what we talking about.
First of all, the name Demogorgisi is what's really it.
Oh yeah.
And I love that it's our boy what is it? No, not Lestat, Louis, aka Grey Worm.
Yeah, it's Grey Worm. That's right. They pulled him from Interview with the Vampire. Coming out of retirement.
Bruh.
That's ridiculous.
Dang on it, man.
Wait, one more time. All right, one more. There you go.
He smokes that.
It's
Hilarious.
been so much fun.
Oh my God.
It's been so much fun.
And this is my last thing on Isle of Faces. As far as seeing it, our one hope for seeing it that I believe, unless somebody actually does die and wash up there, and we're no spoilers, there is somebody that's supposed to go there during the dance, like in the lore. Someone goes there to get help, to talk to the people, things or whatever. So if he does go, then that'll be our opportunity to see the Isle of Faces. Otherwise,
hey Jackie,
they'll just.
It's like more than a boat situation. That's a ship situation. Like that's a ship.
I feel like you need to take supplies when you go over there.
Well,
you can't just be Gendry rowing.
He's gonna fly. He's not gonna take a ship. He's gonna fly because he can do that now. Fly there. Well, in the lore, he flies. So we'll see.
Yep. Look, right, and see, Smoke would be the one.
See.
Yes, indeed. Oh, all right. So, any last call? Big boy. Oh wait, no, last call. What am I talking about? Meeksy. I'm so sorry. I got confluffled. Okay.
Well, I'd rather you not go to me and go to Lady D because we rarely have her on because I'd rather you go to Miss Lady D if she has anything.
Okay, you got some more things, Professor?
I don't feel like I have more things. I would just talk about what you guys come up with. I do think that like interesting on those interesting differences again from the book to the show. And I mean, I didn't really explore much, so I don't really get to. But I think knowing how he survives, I think it's interesting that Aegon is being helped by how he survives and how he dies. I think it's interesting that Aegon is being helped by, Sir Loves a Foot. You know
Sir Foots.
Yeah, Sir Foots. Sir show me them feet. Lord. So I think that's what's up. He gave us a little Tyrion-like speech. Like it made me feel like the broken bastards and broken things speech when he was talking to him. So I thought that was really cool. I think that I would love to see exactly how he's gonna work that out, because it seems like, all right, I'll just go there. It's like people with like opioid addictions and whatnot, because that's basically what it is. Like it's people with opioid addictions where you are definitely hurt right now, but you have to slowly get off of it. Not the Foot Club. I'm done. Like, you have to slowly get off of it. He's like doing this medieval sort of weaning off, and that's going to be hard for Aegon because half of his body is burnt. And so I think it's going to be interesting seeing the clubfoot basically take him through clubfoot rehab, because interestingly enough, the maesters aren't like trying to move his body, right? Like so that he can get function and movement back or anything like that. They're just medicating him up, almost like hospice. Whereas Larys is telling them, look, like you're going to have to get up and do some things. Like you're going to have to, all you got is your mind now. You're never going to run again. But bruh, maybe you could walk if you stop drinking the milk of the poppy. So I thought that was interesting and cool. And I really like the parallels with the bastards and broken things speech. I think that Aemon, again, Aemon had this. I'm sorry, come on, y'all. Y'all took his mama off the small council, and it was so cold to her. It was like basically like your services are no longer needed here, bro. Kick rock. Don't do something domestic, mom. Like it was.
Go be a mother, mom.
Yeah, he was like,
do your job.
She deserved that. I still say she deserved.
Oh yeah, she definitely
all
deserved
that.
No one's denying that she didn't deserve it.
No,
Not at all.
It's
hilarious.
And it's backed up by the fact that she had to ask her brother, like, hey, what is my son like?
Dude.
Well, he wasn't raised by you, so he's a good person.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, he's a very sweet boy. He's a very sweet boy.
He loves the loot
Without your
and the
help.
ladies.
Without your help. He's funny and he's kind. Unlike the two terrorists freaking unlike these terrible, terrible sons that you raised
Mhm.
here in the
Right.
lap of luxury, he's actually a good person. So we'll just keep him away from you. Okay, he doesn't write you anymore. Ha! Surprise!
Aw, poor
Oh,
thing.
I'm so
Hey,
surprised.
Sphinxy.
So hi, Sphinx.
Hey, Sphinx.
So I thought that was cool. I also like I and I'm just I don't know. Okay, how do I say that without? I'll skip that. I'll skip that. Not even
Since when do we censor ourselves?
Well, it depends if it's
Man, I was just wondering.
spoilerizations.
Oh, okay. If there's spoilerizations, I get it.
yeah,
All
there's
right.
it's a spoilerization because I don't know how to. I'll talk to y'all about that afterwards. Because again, with the timeline being what it is and whatnot, and if you're right, JD, and we get the gullet, right? Then I don't know things. Anyway,
stuff and things might happen. We don't know.
Stuff and things might happen. I do wonder how Alan, like, was he shaving his head when he was 5, or was his mama doing that? Like, you know, like y'all, somebody at least had to notice that you had silver hair growing up, bro. That's a little whatever. Like that's what
or he was hidden away.
wasn't his mom the one that actually tried to hide him first? I think she probably would have been the one to do it first.
Yeah.
I thought the mom was trying to hide him.
Y'all messing with the lore again, though. Like I'm gonna just say they messing with the lore again.
Yeah.
But then again, thinking with the lore again. Martin, George R. Martin, you're contradicting yourselves because remember, Dragon Seas are supposed to have like lands and titles and money and whatever goes to the mother. They look like they're not doing as bad as like, you know, the people in like King's Landing, whatever. They look like they're solidly middle class. I'll give them that.
Right.
But don't you at least be, I don't know, like upper middle class? Like this house Velaryon, like this they island, like bruh, this is ours. Like how are you just going to basically stick me in a nice apartment, Dad? Like, you know.
I think that right there, actually, that's one of the things that I really I got beef with Uncle C about that, because like Auntie DC was trying to tell him to come correct with these boys, man. You're offering this kid, I mean, well, it's not a kid, but your kid, offering him a first mate position on your ship. Give him the fucking captaincy. What do you mean? This is your son, who saved your life, who has already proved his skill, just like you did when you was his age. Give him a command. What he's still going to be the help?
Why not have Rhaenyra fucking acknowledge him as Velaryons? Like
that too.
She can acknowledge him. She's a queen. Like, acknowledge my bastards as my seeds. Now we got this rolling. Like, I don't see what the problem is with that situation.
And Rhaenyra would have done that.
Yeah.
Oh God, in a heartbeat. Just
Yeah.
And why does he? That's something also interesting because we don't hear about it from the book. Why does he straight up ignore Addam?
I don't know.
That is so wild to me. I don't understand that. He gives a little bit of attention to Alan, barely says 2 words to Addam, and again, Tanisi already peep game. Don't try to talk no double talk bullshit to me, Corlys. I know who he is.
Yeah.
And why did you not bring them with us? Okay, this is something Tanisi's already been through. We've been through with this, you know.
But
she pulls in the people that are tied to her family. You didn't have to have these boys out here with their mom in the posh 3-bedroom apartment, but over there instead of at the estate.
It's one thing for Alan like to be like, I don't want, slap your hand and be like, I don't really want to be, saying got a command or a request. But Addam, you won't even look at him. You straight walk past this.
Seriously,
right?
He's not even there. So I gotta throw a Kendrick in there. What is it? The braids? Like, what is it? Not speaking to him, to your son. Like that's a little, I don't know. But again, interesting difference from the book, right? Because in the book, first off, they tried to convince us that it was Laenor's brothers, Laenor's sons. The book doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
But as several reasons. but to know that they were completely, everyone already knew about them down to Rhaenys, right?
Yep.
And to know that you're just straight up sort of deadbeat dad and not doing what you're supposed to do, like that's interesting. And another interesting thing is, Alan, why'd you save his life? You could have just let him die. Like, if you really, like, so I don't know. Moving on. I think that the Alys Rivers character, I cannot wait to see her with Aemon, because Aemon is truly up.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Right? Like, we know, like, he's got all that, like, repressed anger from childhood. Like, he's truly a screwed up person. And the way Alys works, like, I would have expected her to be, like, against Damon, you know, knowing how her and Aemon are going to get on later. I would expect her to be against Damon, and instead she's out here clearly performing hits for him, you know, 3 days time, and all of a sudden Tully's dead. So it's like, I don't know. I'm interested to see how that goes, and I want to know how you guys feel. Were you guys getting 7 skins from her when that owl came up?
I didn't think she was skin changing there, but it is possible. It is possible. She is like super witchy, and you know there's a whole bunch of all manners of magical shit that goes on.
It's like, where did it come from? It's like she called it, like she talked to it or something, and it just like, where did you? So,
like it was her familiar.
Yeah, I don't know how owls work. I don't know if they're like hawks and you train them and whatever else, or how that works, but that was interesting to me, especially because of the whole I'm a barn owl that was cursed to be a human. So it's like, are you able to do that? Like, are you Arya-ing with us right now? Let me see. Going through.
She just hates Muppets.
You know, Alice just hates Muppets. What? I need an explanation. Put that in the chat. I really appreciate that. And that was, I think that's it. Because we already went over Rhaenyra's slapping dude, which was hilarious. That was
which was so deserved.
We went over Rhaena doing her thing. We didn't really see Baela. That's it. That's all I got. That is all. Oh, something else that we didn't see in the. Oh my gosh! And how could I forget it? Something else that we didn't get in the story in the actual books, guys. How genius and how, like, I was like, oh no, this is some little finger bears type stuff right here.
The food.
I want to send food in boats. Like, while people are starving with your logo on it, basically, like, right. Like, how could that not start a riot? And I don't remember reading about a riot. Is there a riot in the history?
Yes,
there is a riot.
But it didn't happen until like
way later.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like
way later.
No, that riot when it all falls down.
Yes.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. People fall out the sky and whatnot. Okay, yes, but there's no riot towards the beginning. So again, where did this? If this is the truest telling, did this? It's interesting. Are all of these things just being wiped out of history?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking, because it paints the Greens in the negative light at this point. Like, they having everybody starve, and Rhaenyra got to send them food and snacky snacks. Like, no. The Greens are great. King's Landing is okay. We're all okay. The kids are all right. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So the history is written by the ones who were actually ruling.
Exactly.
History is written by the victors.
Who are great.
Well, arguably the victors was not. Arguably the victors weren't the Greens.
You're right. But who was it that wrote this in universe? Gildane. I believe he wrote it to show just.
Sorry, me. Go ahead, continue.
She just snapped. That's awesome.
If I'm remembering correctly, he wrote it to appeal to the king that was sitting there. That I forget what exactly it was, but that king like had some type of fondness, I guess, for the Team Green. But he wrote a lot of it in putting Rhaenyra in the evil light as the villain, trying to do stuff.
The whole Maker again. I go back to the whole she's Maker with teats. Like, how could you say that?
And the Maesters are the Hightowers, low key. Like that's like their satellite house.
She didn't like looking at Rhaenyra now. It's like, oh wow, I have a completely different like view of you. Maker with teats, my butt. Like,
right? Yeah, nowhere near.
She just the first time slapping a guy, even like you know,
right?
You're not even doing You're not doing anything that is that bad. Honestly, all of the things, and it's hilarious, right? Because of the way life and history works. All the things that we're thinking are so bad about you, actually, Damon.
Listen,
that part.
The great Lunchables.
The great Lunchable.
Listen,
I mean,
times is hard out in the streets.
That is not a false statement at all.
No, I mean, we did watch a grown man punch another grown man for cabbages, y'all.
For cabbage.
Things. It was real.
Yeah,
it was real. Welcome back, Kev.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that.
Okay, do you care if people shorten your name? I know some folks don't like that. And I was trying to be polite.
I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm actually pretty pissed right now.
Really?
Just don't ever talk to me about it again.
And there's the knife in front of Sea Smoke. Just
call me whatever.
All the fire and the flame.
I actually have a very off-topic question for you, Kevin. But I don't know if it's a callback from the episode we did together last year.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I remember. Well, I seem to recall that you were on a mission when that was happening, and you did hold up tools that you were going to use for that mission. So I would just like to know, were there any hoochie daddy activities?
Oh yeah,
in
like
the red book,
the shorts.
Oh yeah.
Kinda. I mean, like I sort of got I sort of got something going on right
now. Okay, see, and that right there is how you know some things was moving, because the last time he just held him up for us to see, but now he got all the leg out like, here you go.
Oh yeah, it's firmly in practice, baby.
Okay, go get that. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, if it's over 5-inch inseam, I don't want it anymore.
That's awesome. The views just shot up. That's awesome.
Right, and if y'all want to know what we're talking about, go back to season 1 and watch the episode that Kevin joined us on.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you were going to talk about the shorts or you were going to talk about gray sweatpants.
There was a gray sweatpants conversation.
There was a gray sweatpants conversation.
There sure was.
There was also a macaroni and cheese conversation, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yes, there was.
Yeah. I remember that one too.
The macaroni in a pot.
Yay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's putting it lightly. Yes.
Giggity.
Well, I know Lady D gave you some. That part. I know Lady D gave you some advice on the proper gray sweatpants to buy. So I hope that went well for you. Also.
I think there was even a brand.
I'm trying to help. I'm here.
We are here to. We're all here to help.
I'm glad you remembered it. I remembered it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great sweatpants season cometh, ladies.
Right. Look, winter is coming, as they always say. You know, eventually, the Starks are always correct.
It's coming, and so are we. We're happy about it. Thank you.
Exactly, 5 seam or less. That's it. Dude, I used to.
Yeah. So for any new folks that are listening and have not participated in the chat, on that raunchy note, welcome. But you should jump in. But to all of my shadow watchers, because I know there are a lot of you guys out there, I appreciate you just the same. We see you in the numbers when we're looking at the analytics, and thank you. And thank you to everyone that has been subbing up your girl, bro. I'm like 11 away from a 900 milestone.
Let's go.
That's like a super big deal for me. We're trying to get to 1,000, so we're almost there. We got just over 100, just over 100 to go. So we can get the part-time monetizations in.
Hey,
soon enough.
Let's go.
Indeed. But hold on, you stepped away to pick up the kid. Hey to the kids, picked them up from band clan, came back to Hoochie Data Shorts. Yes. What has happened? We were touching base on a solo mission that Kevin was going on from our discussion and during season 1. Go check it out because I don't know if you were watching us then.
Trying to get my own kids to pick up from gang camp.
That's awesome.
I love my YouTube friends.
The side quest of side
y'all
questing.
always exactly. Y'all are always such a good time. I heard y'all. Did you say squirrel? Yeah. That's what it was. I said it was off topic, and now we can jump back on topic. That was my only other question.
I mean, we really discussed everything for me. I think the only thing I have are like theories at this point. Like, even if Dayron show up, how do you think the brothers are going to feel about Dayron showing up and being this supposedly good, perfect little kid?
They're gonna hate him.
That's I think they may hate him, but I'm not sure that they would see him as a threat for their race to the throne.
I think,
but it depends on how Otto does his propaganda coming back with him.
I feel like if Aemon is still in charge, he's going to be like, well, I need my brother Dayron to go out there and fly in that direction where people could possibly be, knowing damn well there's people, so he can get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to. I need you to focus on me, moi, because he's real. It's me. I'm the king. How dare you summon me? Aemon.
See, that part I feel like that was to be expected because the way and of course it's fucking Lannisters. The way he came out there with that pompous bullshit. Like, what you mean you'll be ready to move when he presents himself with Vhagar? And so, what are they going to do with the lion? Are they bringing a snack? They're bringing a snack for Vhagar?
And we're going to stay here until King Regent, Prince Regent shows
himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
look,
all right. You just try to get your brother slapped the hell up in this council, huh?
Wait, and not just that, like, hold up. What you mean? You got 3 times the people I got and all this and and y'all for hospitality. So y'all trying to just keep your brother out of house and home. Like y'all trying to eat.
Yo, the way I would have given the silent signal to my mans at the gate to bar the fucking door. Look, it's a whole nice large field out here for y'all. It's good hunting in them woods. I know because I go out there myself. Y'all good right fucking here. Pitch your tents. You're not coming in my house with that bullshit.
We don't have to keep calling them.
Right.
Right, exactly. Who's paying? Right, who's supplying all that food? Did y'all know there was a shortage? There's a war going on. In case you missed it,
I can't.
So I thought that was another thing that's not in the books. That would cause me to right there. Like, you know what? No thanks, bro. I'm sorry.
Like I know the lions are probably snacks. It doesn't make any sense to have them out there because even if you do try to send them into battle, you're not going to be able to control them, and they're going to get stabbed up before they can do any type of damage.
Everybody's getting it.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think it's just a form of posturing. That's all I think it is.
I agree.
Just,
this is me. From House Lannister. Look at my lions.
I was like, these are the
look at my lions.
Sigil in real life.
You know the one thing. The one thing that would have made me give them a pass on that is if it would have been one of the white lions that used to be all around the Westerlands that they talk about in A World of Ice and Fire. That would have been slick because they don't look like normal lions. But you did this shallow nonsense. And real quick to address my cuz, okay, you remember cuz when I said that's my fallout spot? That mountain right there.
It's real nice. First wave.
I know what you said, okay?
First wave.
Yeah, Lannister Pride on 11. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then it's gonna turn into dragon snacks. So it's all
animal crackers.
They're gonna be like, oh my god, it's a delicacy.
Just sprinkle throughout
I haven't had a lion in a while. Hold on.
That's if they don't.
Is that lion? My.
Oh my god.
Look at all this spread. My goodness. This is wonderful.
That's if they don't just get taken out as random dragon fire or dragon blood fodder, and you just get melted to ash before you even get the bite into anybody's butt cheeks. What the hell do you have these poor animals out here for? They don't need to be here.
Right.
Amy cried.
Just a mascot.
Idiots.
And I feel like they're
It's
possible.
petty and
Like,
Lannister. Mm-hmm.
they could easily set it up for like some kind of metaphor, like a dragon eats a lion. It's like, the one of Targaryen factions
That's because
eating
they bitches.
the
That's what he
Lannisters or
just
whatever.
said. He politely said y'all bitches. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else
I mean,
eat bitches get eaten? That's
It's
what-
like a right to it's like another parallel for the stag and the direwolf at the beginning of Game of Thrones.
Highlander.
Yeah. I think every
But it'd be
house
more
should have their
entertaining.
mascot when they go
Right.
to battle.
That'd be real cool.
Ride in
I
on a
think so, too.
Kraken. Why not?
The Starks used to. I'm sad. I don't know what happened to the direwolves. I would like that a little bit of history, please.
I really wanted more dire wolves. I missed them.
Yeah. Direwolves are pretty cool. I have to give that to them.
Same.
Everyone loves dogs, sort of.
Yeah, sort
You
of.
know, I know they're not dogs, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
I'm
the
the-
casual viewer, they can relate to it.
Yeah. But I mean, we
Lines are
pretty
about
much
as
talked
useful
about
as the
everything
gold
else.
spear from season 1.
Mm.
not
So
wrong.
I have
Casey.
nothing. I
Yeah.
have nothing else to add because we already touched on it. I'm just like
Yeah.
at this point want to do like the spoiler situation because I'm confruzzled. You know what I'm saying? But other than that,
Yes. Okay. So for
Talk about the girlfriends?
oh wait, yeah. Let's
We talked about the
one more
kissing, right?
foray before we do that. Yeah. So I saw it coming when they had that conversation out on the landing and they were looking out across the waters, and Rhaenyra the camera panned to her and she looked down as to where her hand was very close to Mysaria and she didn't move it. And I took that to be that was like the beginning of the hand holding
that was Damon's fault.
affectionisms
He
and whatnot.
lonely.
And
Sad.
I was upset. Like if you go back and watch my reaction, I was about a little bit miffed about it. But then I was like, nah, man, this woman is stressed. And Damon ain't performing his husbandly duties. Not gonna get that. She's look here, look,
Black-
baby,
You're not
Rhaenyra, look, we right here, okay? She's gift wrapping the pussy for you, bro. Get that.
I'd be okay with that. I'm all right.
Go and
That's
get
all I
that
got.
stress relief.
Exactly.
Hey, Mother Roan.
Yeah.
I read an
Hey,
article.
yes, that is his actual view.
That's a real mountain. That's not a green screen. Nothing. That's that's an actual view.
That's his backyard.
That's
I need to move.
It's nice.
Nah, no.
I need to move.
Keep my ass in the goddamn house.
Come on down, Ron. I'll have beers waiting for you, bud.
Yeah, the beers and that lovely cookout
My man.
Yeah,
that I always see
Gotcha.
with the smoker and the grill and all that good stuff he got back there. Mhm.
My man.
So yeah, what were you guys' thoughts on the lesbianisms of it all?
Yay!
I'm like, it's been a long time for the both of them, so I'm like,
Come on.
it's like,
Yeah.
familiar guy. We both have
Hey.
issues with him. We're here. We're alone. There's a dragon cooing in the background.
There was
dim lights.
sentimental conversation.
Right, they had
It's very
Yeah.
kissing
the mood
up.
lighting.
Yep. Trauma bond because I went through things. You went through things.
Yeah.
We're both going through things.
And
And then she gave her the hug. It's like, ooh, you smell good. Ooh, you smell good.
Absolutely.
The second that it went on too long, I said, "Oh, yep, that's happening."
Here comes a hater.
And
When that hug,
it's right.
they hugged up.
See, no. See, I didn't even hear the knock because he did it so bad. He did. No, listen, he did that parents knock. When they give you some semblance to make you think that you might have
But
a
they
bit of
coming in
privacy.
anyway.
They knock at the same time as they open in the door.
Yeah, that's the intrusive knock.
Already coming in.
Yeah,
Right. I was just letting you know that I was here in case you had your headphones on or
I'm
something.
coming in.
Right.
Like,
And
so
it-
first of all, can y'all please start locking y'all's doors when you go into your chambers? And second of all, guard, you hella disrespectful. Why the fuck you just enter in my chambers like this? And then
That's
the
the
look he
queen.
gave Mysaria, I feel like no. I feel like he knew exactly what was going down, and he came in there rushing on some bullshit for no reason.
I feel like if he
Right.
had gum, he'd have been like,
Did you not hear what happened to the other guy? I slapped him, and you just come in here. And,
everybody can catch hand.
come here.
Nah, I feel him. He's like, yo, last
Come here.
time your door was locked,
This
someone
close
was
to getting
trying to
laid.
kill you.
goddammit.
That is
So we don't lock doors here.
Oh, okay, you know what?
No,
You know
lock
what?
doors.
Fair Helena for no locked doors.
No locked doors, no wire hangers. We don't do that here.
Oh dear God.
Oh, not the baby Joker.
That's one of my favorite things to yell. I have a house now. Now I can just bust into
Eminem is on water.
No locked doors.
Oh man, shout out to that guy. I can never remember his name, but I love everything I've ever seen him in.
He's been in a million things.
And now
Yeah.
I'm excited for
Really?
this episode because we get to see
He's
her
just the
run up
side.
on.
He's always the
Beast
side
Mode.
character.
He's
He's
my
never the
favorite.
main.
He was like an Ant-Man.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere, making that money.
What? Who did he play in Ant-Man?
The guy that was talking fast, right?
He's the best friend.
No. Those are two different
No, that's
people.
a different character.
That's not Baby Joker.
That's not Baby Joker?
No, those are two different people.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
IMDb.
You
I'll
know
bet
me.
you $1,000 that I don't even have right now. I am that sure in my movie knowledge.
That is hilarious. Not $1,000 you don't have, ma'am. What is his name?
I don't remember. Look up. I mean, what
I got
is what? You got it.
Hector?
Yeah, I guess it is a totally different guy.
Yeah. I think on Friday his name was Hector. Like, what weren't all three of them named Hector, or was it
I
no?
think so.
They were all variations of Joker.
Oh.
Big
They're all
Joker, Little
variations
Joker,
of
and
Joker.
Baby Joker.
Yeah.
Big Joker, Little
Yeah.
Joker, yeah.
But his name was Hector.
Hector Holmes.
You got Dime on the job. See, you always got my back, bruh.
My God,
Emma Darcy got that. How long ago was the
that was
Fridays?
Megan.
They did so much better on the wigs this season, y'all. So much better.
Mm.
Yeah.
No more Tyler Perry wigs.
And thank you, because looking out. Yes, can y'all please remember to smash the like if you are enjoying our commentary? Because again, your girl's trying to get up to that 1,000 sub mark. Tell your people, tell your friends
Jacob.
about me.
His name is Jacob.
Jacob, the guy in Ant-Man,
No, the guy in Friday.
or Baby Joker. Okay, yeah.
And I think he's just Joker. I thought he was Baby Joker. But
Oh
I guess he's Joker.
No, there is a Baby Joker, but
And
I think it's just Joker. I think you're right on that.
Guy.
Yeah. Well,
This
both of
is
them are bigger
actually
than him.
This is really great for me, actually, because I was confident he was the best friend in Ant-Man, and I learned
Oh my
a new
gosh,
thing.
he was Little Joker.
Mhm.
That man's been everywhere.
Jeez. That man working. He is working.
Like, he get them checks. You gotta
Right.
get them checks, man.
Right.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah, this year, no one's come out has bothered me. Everyone seems to be buying out. I mean, look, with the economy out here,
Hey,
I'm just saying. I mean, in all seriousness, y'all already know I have that rainbow life. I live that rainbow life, and I'm saying that's awesome. I'm glad that he's comfortable in his own skin to proudly and outwardly be that. Happy for him. But also, yeah, in this economy, you gotta get a little bit of everything where you can. Honestly, just make sure it's clean. Public service announcement.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a fact.
yeah. Eyeballs watering. But yeah, I got nothing else in the world. I'm good.
All right.
Sad. Wait, first of all, did anybody watch
You know
the
I'm not
previous
wrong.
next week's episode?
I only watched it once.
What'd you watch?
The preview for next week's
The trailer for
Oh.
next week's
I
episode.
did. I seen it once. Yeah.
I do.
I forgot what was on it.
Stuff.
I want to see that conversation on the beach though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That part I do remember. Yeah, it's very interesting. How I wonder how she's gonna take that. I don't think she'll have a problem with it. Obviously,
I feel like she's gonna side eye Corlys, like
Yeah, she's not taking it well.
okay. See, that's who she should direct the confuffleness to, though, not to the boys. And I think she would call it right. Like, hello, Lord Hand. Why you didn't tell me about these two people?
You know what we was looking for.
You knew what we were doing.
You knew what it was.
I mean, I'll say this: like Rhaenyra, like the first thing she thought was, "Oh shit, Sea Smoke got by a green," and she was out the door.
Yeah, she was
and
gone.
gone on a dragon. There was no.
She was like, "Excuse me."
Gone.
And mind you, and Jason's running behind. Jason's looking like, what about me? No, Jace, okay, you got to go on your side quest. All right, twice you got to go on side quests. Okay, you gonna let mommy go over here and handle some business. Her and Cyrax been itching to get out. Come on now.
Right. She hopped in the truck with that gun and was like, I'm about to handle business. I'll be right back.
Quick, fast.
Spin the block real quick.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Spin the block real quick. I'll be right back.
And I honestly do love that she went from 0 to 100 that quickly. Because like she said, it's my fault that you forgot to fear me. You know, and when that one really good line that I liked from Mysaria when they were talking is, you know, forgive me by grace, but you know, I feel the need to tell you, this suits you. And that was when she was walking around after choosing the sword. First of all, you have a plethora of swords that was laid out right there to choose from, and you're not using not one of them. Meanwhile, your son walk around the castle board all day with his ready to go.
Come on,
you're at home, dude. What do you need that sword for?
It's just like boys. You gotta have a stick on hand. You gotta have it.
He's a boy.
You never.
He's a man, and I literally have that on hand all the time.
The one thing I screamed at the screen like repeatedly during that scene is, "Yo, please harness your inner Visenya. Please don't do what Danny did. Okay, go on, do these. Go on, pick it up. Start learning how to swing. Okay, yeah, they didn't let you train when you was a kid. Well, you're in charge now, so you can go get training now."
Yep.
Yeah, that's why. So Celtigar's mad because he would exactly. That's exactly what him going off on that random ass tirade was, and he knew he fucked up, which is why he had nothing to say after he caught them hands.
He was just like,
"What did the 5 fingers say to the face?"
Ha! He just immediately went to sit down, like, okay, all right.
He was like, "Oh, right." I'm fairly certain he you know, like that. What was that other line from Friday? Oh, he don't go cry in the car. He was red in this thing.
Grandmama, give me a change.
Run across the street.
Oh God, I gotta watch that again. That was awesome.
Oh, so Funna says, yeah, honestly, I would have killed them to give us a scene with her confronting him. Yeah, him on set, right? Because again, they've been edging us with these fucking dragon seeds all since before the season started.
I didn't think that this would be like a multi-episode situation. I thought it would be like one episode.
Me either.
Like,
One episode.
This is what we're gonna put in place. Because I mean, y'all kept going back to King's Landing. Like it took y'all an episode to go back to King's. Like y'all was there all the time. That was your vacation spot during this war. So I figured
all of that.
Faster getting these seeds going.
Yeah. For as quickly as they brought Jace home, I mean, from the north, there's a whole lot of stuff that happened while he was up north, and they didn't show any of it.
Disappointment.
Like,
but y'all want to take 5-6 episodes to talk about these dragon seeds.
Disappointment. Like I said, be prepared.
There's some other things could have happened in there while talking about the dragon seeds with Jace that would have helped the story a little bit.
Right.
Because I wish Jace would have spent a little bit more time at Winterfell.
Yeah.
I really
at Winterfell and the Wall. I love that he actually took him to the Wall.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the song.
What are you looking at?
The window.
Oh my goodness! No, we are not skeeting on the thrones. No skeeting allowed. All right, Kevin. I will. Okay, so we are definitely officially into spoilerations and thoughts on where you think's going. What do you think? Is a big thing. We might
before we start, how far spoilerizations? Like for the next episode?
I'm gonna say keep it for the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you're asking me again? I'm sorry.
No, what do you think we'll see in the next episode?
Oh, well, I mean, other than what's on the previews,
I could find the trailer.
I guess I don't really know. I mean, based on what's in the trailer, it seems like a big focus is going to be the Riverlands finally getting their stuff together with the River Lords. Now that the Tullys are under Oscar's purview, I guess. Looks like they're going to gather together, really start to actually mobilize an army for the first time, the whole season, essentially, for Rhaenyra. But there's still, I guess they got to work through that power dynamic. And that's huge because one of the wins that I talked about earlier on for the Blacks that's going to have to happen is they've repeatedly said they have no land army. And the Greens do. It's been torn apart, but the Greens do. So getting one is a huge win, I think, by the end of the season. And I think we're, there's only 2 episodes left, and we're on our way to actually having that. So I think that's going to be a big piece of it there. And obviously the big confrontation between Addam Velaryon. Well, not confrontation, but Rhaenyra is going to make it a confrontation at first until she understands what the intentions are with Addam on Sea Smoke and what that means for, the Targaryen Blacks. And I think those are the 2 kind of big cornerstones that are going to occur that I honestly, I can't wait to see happen, because Damon and his flashbacks, I'm hoping that's now going to die down a little bit, because I want to see real life action stuff. I love Damon. I hate when too much spookiness or supernatural is thrown into Game of Thrones or your House of the Dragon or whatever. And there's been a lot of that. And Damon's the character I didn't think there'd be this much for, and it bums me out.
Yeah.
So I hope they get away from it a little bit. I don't know if you share that opinion though, everyone.
I do. I think it's more like filler, but that's just me though.
Yeah, see, I thought there was a lot of filler in the last episode. I know Sphinx and Meeks did not agree when we did talked about it a little bit in the after show, and I will say that there definitely were some good juicy breadcrumbs that were put out there, but a lot of it still seemed like filler in just how slow, I guess, they were pacing.
Yeah, and I will say that I think that a lot of the flashback stuff or the hallucinations or whatever it is like their attempt to flesh out Daemon Targaryen and really dive into the psyche of him, because we knew in season 1 he was a very conflicted guy. The way, like, even the way he dealt with his brother, sometimes he'd be a jerk to him, and other times he'd be the sweetest guy ever, helping him get up to his throne, putting the crown on his head, or even his marriage with Rhaenyra. How he saw her as, like, he was basically like Dracula trying to stalk prey and win her over, and then eventually ended up marrying her and getting closer to the throne, but he kind of wants the throne. And this is kind of like a weird way for him to deal with stuff in a way that isn't fighting or leaving for the first time in his life. So I appreciate it for that. The problem is it's just gone on for a really long time, and it's like too spooky for me. Like, add in Helena's like visions as well. There's supernatural stuff that, I don't know, it grinds my gears in particular, but I don't know if I'm just a little bit of an outlier there.
All right, I feel that.
Yeah. My thought.
Anybody want to jump? Whoever wants to jump in next.
I was just gonna say the one thing, like the battling part, right? He's not physically battling anybody, but right now he's mentally battling himself. So it's gone past that point where it's like, okay, this has got to a point where I've had enough of it. But at the same time, it's almost intriguing enough that I kind of want to see more, because you see like the part where he walks in with Viserys and he's holding his brother. He's like, I'm here. I wasn't here the first time when it actually happened, but I'm here now. So that was kind of a cool thing to see. But yeah, I'm with you on that part. I'm ready to move on past that.
Yeah, I want to see boots on the ground, my man.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Anyone else? Ladies? Ron?
Yeah.
About this topic? No. About what he's talking about with this one? No, because I'm just going to say wait for the mic
I'll go ahead and make mine quick then. Let's see. Right. For the next episode, well, here's the thing that I'm kind of concerned about. Of course, over the course of years, I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of TV shows. I'm a couch potato kid. I've been raised that way. So there's a trope that goes around where when there's too much camera time on a particular character, that means something's about to happen. Mm-hmm. And it usually 9 times out of 10 it usually happens. And I'm kind of concerned that something may happen to Mr. Damon. I don't know what, I don't know to what degree, but I know something may actually happen, which may actually cause them to actually go back to Dragonstone and basically have to deal with the love triangle dynamic that they're trying to build up. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's going to happen that quick between this episode, next episode, but it may actually be something going into the next one. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking on that one. Now, as far as what was the name of the large dragon, Aemon's dragon?
Vhagar.
Was that Vhagar? Okay.
Vhagar?
I'm thinking that something may actually happen to. There's going to be a bigger battle, of course. I'm thinking something may happen with the actual dragon Vhagar. I don't think he'll actually be dead. I think he'll be severely wounded because right now he's operating at 100%. I'm thinking probably whatever happens with this battle towards the end of the season, maybe going to next season, it may not be operating at 100%, which could actually be a bonus for the Blacks. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, she is very hurt from that last battle. So yeah, she is definitely in healing mode right now. But
Bailey's meant to work on that dragon.
Right.
Yeah.
She was putting in work.
If what is his name? Sunfire. If Sunfire would not have come in, then I think Meles could have did that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Meles would have kicked Vhagar's ass. Just by the nimbleness and quickness of it. If Sunfire wasn't there, Vhagar was done.
Right.
100%.
Specifically because of how quick she is.
And she was hitting vitals like super hard, super
vitals,
quick, like neck,
because
like
that's
bottom,
the difference.
Right on.
wing, right.
Yeah.
That's the difference between, I mean, outside of size with Luke's dragon,
right,
and with Vhagar, Meles actually has battle experience. So she knows how to make those moves. The one thing she didn't count on, sadly, though, was the attack would come from underneath her instead of above, which is why we saw Antonisi looking up in the clouds to see where she was.
Right.
Which is smart on Vhagar's part because she knows she can't maneuver like Meles anymore. So she took the sneak attack, just like that's the same way she got Luke.
And that's kind of like really disappointing because one of the things I want to add to like how much I love Meles, I was like, yeah, and she has a really experienced dragon rider that I think they've seen battle. But then like tactically they lost. So like I can't even give credit to Rhaenys for being like a really experienced dragon rider when like Vhagar and Aemon tactically outmaneuvered Rhaenys and Meles by that under move. I still don't know how it's possible to do the under move at this point, but I don't know. It was cool, I guess.
True.
They love jump scares on this show. I really see Smoke jump scared out of nowhere on Addam too.
Yeah.
I told you like peekaboo.
Right.
Yeah.
Meles was a smooth operator. Shout out to Sade.
Not smooth enough. Not smooth enough.
Sadly, in that moment, not smooth enough. Let me test this screen here.
Oh, you talking about for the trailer?
Yes.
Girl, you're gonna hurt yourself and your computer. You're gonna disappear again.
I didn't disappear on a fluke though. I did that disappearance on purpose.
Actually disappear again.
And there's two. There's the trailer and the preview. Did y'all see the preview? There's like there's an episode 7 trailer and then there's a preview.
I saw the preview at the end of the episode, but I thought that was the same trailer, just separated.
Different.
It's
Here,
different.
let me send it to you.
Which ones? Okay, send me. I have the promo trailer up, so send me the other one. And actually, let's just go ahead.
It should be on HBO website, right?
I
Not
get
website,
everything
you know what I
off
mean?
YouTube.
They're like YouTube page. I'm just adding extra words to shit.
All right. Well, if I don't get sound, then we won't be able to do it. But
With them captions
worth
on.
the test. Captions, yes. All right, there we go. Captions are ready, and let's see what happens. Let me know if you can hear it or not.
All my life,
Yep.
I tried to avoid this day, but it's too late for that.
Yes.
We must break the will of our neighbor and end this war.
This senseless war must end, and none of us will survive.
Not like this.
The Hightails are marching. My ships sail at your command.
The enemy without may be fought with swords. The enemy within is more insidious.
War is coming, and neither of us may win.
Okay, yeah, that was different than the one that was after the the episode.
It was. All right. Let me go over. I see we dropped the link. Which one is which, B?
The first one is the one you just watched, and the second one is the second one is the promo trailer. The first one is the preview
After the episode trailer.
So do the first one.
Okay.
Because this just leads into what I was thinking for my where are we gonna be for the next episode. So
all right, let me pull this one and then get the other one up. I hear tiny human.
Oh well, while we're waiting for that, I was thinking here. Since
Can I ask a dumb
they
question? Are these
mentioned
real?
What's it called? They mentioned the Red Fork, and they mentioned sending Crispy Crunch out. I was thinking that they were putting something else ahead of another thing. That makes sense. What I'm talking about.
Okay, put a pin in that. Kevin, you said is what real?
Was the one we just watched there? Was that real?
Yes.
Was it on HBO?
It didn't look real.
Maybe it's not.
I've recognized these clips.
Maybe
Yeah, that's what I'm like. This is not what we saw.
We have two. Okay. Maybe
Well,
that's why we have two.
Like that's why I'm looking at the only ones from HBO because those are the real ones.
Yeah, the first one was Screen Culture, and that was.
Oh no, that's not real.
That one's not real.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got me.
I was like, there's like a really
got us again.
That's a really over the top AI generated image of Aemond and Helena getting married.
I was
like,
looking
what?
at that like, is that a dream? Nope, it's AI.
Close enough.
All right. I got the right one queued up here. Then let's go.
You stand with a dragon of House Targaryen. What do you want?
All my life, I have endeavored to serve both my house and the realm, and somehow none of it matters.
Because you don't matter.
To me that you've made rather a mess. Whose side are you on?
The old ways call for justice.
Prince Darren's dragon was taken to wing. The Hightower host will be unstoppable.
House Targaryen is the blood of the dragon. If any may lay claim to it, what are we then?
Thousands will die. With these dragons, peace will be restored.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Fandom, you root for that, bro.
I mean. Okay.
All I know is that dragon behind Rhaenyra looked fucking badass.
Right.
Yeah. Who is that?
100%.
That's the Vermithor? Who is that?
I think it is.
I think it's Vermithor, yeah. Because
Vermithor.
after Melee's, Vermithor was the biggest that they had on the island, wasn't it?
I think Vermithor is even bigger.
I don't know. Yeah, that was Vermithor.
And you think Vermithor is bigger than Melee's? May have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking back at how Damon was singing to him in the cave.
Yeah, I think it went Vhagar, then Vermithor, maybe the Cannibal, but I think Cannibal's after Vermithor. Somewhere around there.
I think I've heard that. Now that you say that, I think I've heard I think someone's told me that before.
Yeah. Vermithor's
And so was that right in front of that dragon?
Yeah.
We didn't ask. I'm not sorry. I keep talking out loud, forgetting that I'm talking to myself.
Unmute.
I'm like, we didn't ask for that. That's gonna sound real rude.
Seriously, man. Yeah, Rhaena.
Yeah, it says Velaryon, Vhagar, Vermithor, Dreamfire, Melees, and then Caraxes, Sea Smoke, and Cyrax.
And Cyrax.
That's size-wise.
Okay.
And I think the Cannibal is above Melees, but below Vermithor. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, the Vermithor's right underneath Vhagar.
Yeah.
Again, Vermithor is a big gat.
All the hip kids say.
You think that invasion? Okay, well, give me your thought pattern on that, Laymap. You think the invasion began at the end of this episode? I think the propaganda and winning over the small folks started.
I think that's
at the
still
end of this
going on.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the invasion starting right now though.
We need a sea battle before the invasion.
Right.
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Yeah,
because this is what I'm about to mention. The reason why I mention this is because I'm looking at the trailer that's presented to us, and I'm looking and I'm listening to what was said in the last episode. We know Crispy Crunch is going to the Riverlands. Right. We know that, and we know that a few things happen that are technically in the book are written that are supposed to happen before this even happens again. There's like a good 3 or 4 big things that are supposed to happen before this happens again. But now we have Lannister showing up. We have them near Rook's Rest with Sunfire, because Sunfire is still out there. And then we have Crispy Crunch going out there. And then we have Aemon saying that he's going to join them shortly. So what I'm thinking is that all of this is the prep for, according to what the book says, it's the stuff that happens before the big thing in season 3 that we're all waiting on. But they're moving it up. And they're switching stuff around. So I'm thinking the stuff that happens before the big thing in season 3 is now happening in, like, doing the setup for it either in the last episode, this next episode, or the episode after that.
Okay.
Yeah, the speed run. They're going to try to squash it.
No, I don't think they're speed running it. I think they're switching the order.
The order. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I think there's a lot of us out here that don't particularly like it.
I think that it's still a setup, because the events don't just happen in one day. All of this stuff that they're talking about happens over a period of time at the same time as other stuff.
Agreed, but there's just
I see them like putting stuff in here, like, hey, we're gonna talk about this, we're gonna put this here, we're gonna slide this here, let you know we're setting up for the things that are gonna happen here. But until this thing happens, this is what's going on, this is where the people are, and this is why they are where they are right now for that long, and why they're gonna look the way they're gonna look when we see them again. Because they're supposed to be ragged by the time we see them again. They're not fresh, they're not clean, they're not nice, they're ragged, they're running low, they're running out. And which is why Crispy Crunch was like, we don't have the people to go out there. And Aemon was like, I said what I said, bitch. Gat. Go.
Yeah.
I just.
So that's what I'm thinking.
The whole Harrenhal thing, and then the sea battle thing, and then.
I think that Damon is getting ready to leave Harrenhal.
He is.
Yeah.
Like,
that happens.
He's getting ready to leave, and then
Things
as you
happen.
see the hands with no words, and then
Things happen.
Yeah.
And they were like,
we can neither confirm nor deny the validity of anything that we have said happening.
So there's the hand motions for you.
Yeah.
Yes. Indeed. All right, so
the feed, like, I just want to see that when we were doing that, like before season
we
1
waiting on the fish feed,
and it was like, what do you really want to see? It's like, I want to see the feed. I want to see the fish feed in real life, because that's beyond Battle of the Bastards. That's just I want to see the fish feed. So just I don't know. I'll be watching in the days. Wake me up when the feed comes.
There is one thing it wasn't this episode per se, but with Damon and the nonsense going on with the Blackwoods and the Brackens, it took me a rewatch or two to figure out that the main guy he was working with in the Blackwoods was that same kid that stabbed up the Bracken asshole at what is the name? Storm's End.
Storm's End.
When Rhaenyra was there.
He was cute.
He was. I thought that was a cool comeback. I like when they remember to play these characters up and keep them in the story. So that's it.
Oh yeah, Willem Blackwood.
All right, Kozo. Yes, good lights. Thank you for joining us. Tell the boys and the husband to sub to me. They don't gotta watch, but get them. We trying to get them sub numbers up. Love you.
Fondo.
Yes, my because I heart her.
It's a cool name.
Anybody else got anything before I ask about the one thing that I'm going to ask about, which we got to, like, not a serious conversation, but just fun. Like, what are we rating the episode out of?
That was about to be my next question if nobody else had anything to jump in, but all right. So Ron, I will start with you because again, guest rights, it's the first time you're here.
Hey.
What was you out of let's say 1 out of 10
slaps?
Yeah, come on, I was going to say it.
No. I was about to say something referencing Rhaenyra and Masari activities, but I like slaps. Go ahead. Out of 10 slaps, what you got for this episode?
I would say I give it about 7.5 slaps. So it's about 7 slaps and a hand grab. So I'll get that.
look, come with that. Look, okay, see, and just for y'all that may not know, again, because we are always about the pop culture references. That was straight up, it live in color. Unless I missed the mark there, 2 snaps and a rewind. Yep, 3 snaps in a Z formation. If you know, you know. I will not explain further. All right. So, Rob, you said 7.25 or 7.5?
7.5. It was all right. It was good. It was a good episode. It had a good standing. Wrapped up a lot of pieces, so I give it a 7.5.
All right. Cool. Kevin.
I'll have to do 7.5. As well. Okay. And the reason why I was gonna say 7 flat out, because I don't know, I was into it, but really the things that were the cornerstones for me were some of the major conversations, like the Larys and Aegon scene. Really just that to me meant a lot, because I think a lot of the episode is really just setting up for the next episode. Yeah. So it's good. I think it does everything it needs to do. It shows the dysfunction of Aemond as a leader. He doesn't seem to understand how to inspire love from anyone around him, anyone at all. And I love that. It really capitalized on that quite a bit. Showed, the episode showed further how Kristen and Alicent are spreading apart even. She did the goodbye, Kristen, from afar, when she's talking to Gwen. See that separation even more. Talking about Otto coming back, and we can see the setup of, like we was talking about before, the third son probably coming either at the end of the season or early on. The Velaryon bastards, I mean, they did a great job with the setup, but there also wasn't like a big boom that was dropped either. So that's why I have to stick to like a 7.5, but I'll be generous and say 7.5.
Okay, with that, JD.
I gave it a 7 and a handful.
Hey, thank you, Jackie.
So,
you said 7 and who?
A handful.
And a handful.
And a handful. Okay.
5 fingers.
She's got the hand. She's got those hands full. But yeah, I mean, like he said, the talking point between Larys and Aegon, the Aemond and Alicent part was really good. And then, dude, I gotta give Sea Smoke his trolling props for what he did to
100%
to everybody in the freaking keep, and what he did to Addam. I mean, that right there gave me a 7. But yeah, no, 7 and a handful for sure.
Awesome. Lady D, what you got, Professor?
I mean, y'all I'm sorry. This is a 6 for me. I think it's an average episode with a few things sprinkled in that I feel like really help with the intrigue. But it's like, for me, like when I'm thinking like back to even like regular Game of Thrones, right? And I'm thinking of the episodes where I was like 9, 10, 8, like Battle of Bastards, Hard Home, like those episodes where I was like, yes, like it's just nowhere near that. I do think that there were some things that were great for setup, like again with Sea Smoke and Addam. That's awesome. Seeing that Alan actually has the silver hair, that's awesome, especially because you know he becomes later on, right? That's awesome. Seeing the burnt sheep, even though I don't agree with how it's happening, still seeing the burnt sheep is cool. Being introduced to the God's Eye, not in name, but like being able to see it and visualizing the God's Eye for the first time and being like, oh my gosh, like look how huge the God's Eye is. Like, so, and if that landmass off in the distance is the Isle of Faces, like that whole thing is supposed to be covered with weirwood trees. Like there could be all types of everything on that island, not just the green man or whatever else. Like, so it's cool. A lot of questions like popped up in my mind. Is Alys skin changing that freaking owl? Like, How did she kill Lord Tully? Like all these things. So it's great that they did that and gave us something to talk about and something to think about. But there's really, for me, no big bang, no big resolution, right? And I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that feeling that I would get when I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this. And I don't want to wait to the season finale to feel that, especially because these episodes are consistently longer than like the Game of Thrones episodes. Like we're getting a full hour plus. Okay, then give me something then. Don't have to sit in here for an hour being like, okay, so Lord Foots is talking to Aegon and that's cool. Like, no, I'm loving the parallel to Bastards and Broken Things. Like I said, I'm loving that speech. But that should not be the highlight of this episode for me. And it kind of was. That and sea smoke. Like, all right, Rhaenyra slapped somebody. Cool. Like, you're a Targaryen, though. You're supposed to be hot-tempered. You should have been smacking people. You're supposed to be made with people. What happened? Like, where is it? And poor Daemon, again, like, Daemon is just going through it in Harrenhal. Like, what is this? Like, he's supposed to be the rogue prince. I was expecting him to be debonair and like wheeling and dealing and whatnot. The River Lords literally last episode, the River Lords really did roll up on him and was like, "What you think you doing, bruh? Like, you're not did you let a root talk to you like that? House Root, bro? Like,
who is you?
Who are they? Like, what is this? Like, what? So I don't know. I just feel like it could be better. I realize, and House of the Dragon is not Game of Thrones, so perhaps I won't get that, and it's just gonna be like this, and then it'll always be season finale, and then the first episode of the season that are gonna give you that big bang, and then everything else in the middle will just kind of be slow going with things happening here and there. Did you get a 6?
Yep. Okay, that's fair. All right, Meeks.
I'm on the higher side because this is the type of shit that I love. I'm nosy as a mug. I'm listening to everybody, what everybody's saying, what everybody's looking like, what everybody's talking like. So I'm gonna give this one 8 out of 10 slaps because I am nosy, and the way my mind was like picking apart, like, okay, we're here, so where are we going from here? You talk about this, you send to somebody over there, we talk about this, he's getting ready to do this, we're in this location, so this location is majored. I'm just like, and I like putting the pieces together and seeing the stories. Like the small moments is what I like to see because I'm fucking nosy. I'm nosy as hell. I will sit here quietly while you talk shit in a corner, and I'm gonna listen to all the shit you're talking about. I'm gonna listen to every single bit of it and be like, wow, that's amazing. And that's why this gets an 8 out of 10 slaps, because it's just so many little things that are leading to other things, and I love the setups. And I love seeing the setups pay off eventually, but I just like seeing it stack until somebody knocks that bitch over. So.
Same.
Well, here's a question. What are they going to pay off with Daemon? How are they going to pay off? Like, I'm with Kevin with enough with the spookiness. Like, how are you going to pay this off?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for him to leave too, but I don't know. Maybe he gets some clarity, so he realizes that maybe all he needs to do is do what we should have done in the first place, which is the long, roundabout way, minus the fire that Aegon is going through. Because Aegon learned from the hotness that he should have did what his mama said. His mama had said, come on.
Yeah.
His mama had said sit down and do nothing, and he didn't. And then Damon, Alys told Damon to sit down and do nothing, and he did. And he ended up crying from happiness because he actually followed instructions and it worked out for him.
I can't believe it worked
for the first time in his life. Yeah, this is Meeks when she's on streams. If y'all never noticed,
bruh, if you ever see
actually, not even her, but her, you and Lady D both.
If you see me stop and go like, I'm thinking about something. If you see me leaning like this, I'm looking at my other monitor, reading and thinking about something.
Word. Like I'm telling you, you could ask JD actually, because he was in back when we were all YouTube babies on these Westeros streets. And Lady D would have the map on deck behind, waiting for when we're talking about different locations. Okay, now look, see, this is how far they would have to go.
Yeah, she just turned
to Old Town. Right, exactly. With the damn pointer, like, look, here. When I tell you we started calling her Professor Diligence, I meant that shit.
Yeah, there's a reason for that shit.
Exactly. And I miss those days. We got to try to get the ladies on with us at some point. But before I give my score, let me jump over here to the chat. Haymaker is saying 7.5. Lamad also 7.5. I feel what y'all talking about. 7.5 slaps is fair. I think it is. Jackie saying 9. Miss Hudson snaps up. Okay. I feel you. We do that. 7.5 from Casey. 7-ish from Lady Amy. 7.5 in a circle. John, go to bed. Go to bed, okay? Damn. Jake said a 4, maybe 5. Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. Okay.
I figured
And thank you, Jackie. Jackie's been getting all of the links out. Thank you, Jackie. And also, in case you guys missed it, the links are all down below. You can go check out Ron's page. You can go check out Kevin's. You can go check out JD's. And I think that there was something, brewing in the mist coming up, JD. So, set your notifications. We'll let y'all know when we will know.
Yeah.
And yes, Chris, that Men on Film. There, that is exactly what we were talking about. Mm-hmm. That is that reference. Men on. Okay, see. I cut myself off because I don't want nobody clipping that and doing shenanigans. Okay? I know who the fuck y'all are. Okay.
Oh, God.
The algorithm is watching.
Damn.
You know it is. You know it is. You're not about to get me caught out here in the traps. Sea Smoke gets a 100%. 100%. Sea Smoke is my MVP for the episode.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
because I had 6 because of Rhaenyra's decision. And I feel that. I get it. I get that. And yes, he was always a 10. Mm-hmm. I'll say that. Okay, and Georgie also saying 7.5 is fair. Okay, let me keep scrolling. I think they might have given another one. Damn it!
While you're reading the rating,
8.56 deserts.
Did y'all catch Jake talking about we're House Targaryen? What are we if anybody can claim a dragon? Bro, you're a bastard.
Mm-hmm. Shut up.
Shut. And that is
come here.
No, that is such a valid point. Because he has Targaryen blood. He agreed, but he is by definition still a bastard. And he's known this since he was 9.
Viserys said otherwise. I don't know.
Mama.
Nah. Jace. You know what? I forgot about that. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay.
He has a very strong opinion.
Jace, you wrong on that. You're wrong for that, bro. And these are the shenanigans that y'all always come back for.
Addam and Alan have Targaryen blood. Maybe not as much directly as you, but they have Targaryen blood. And honestly, they have Valyrian blood.
Wait, that's what I was about to say. They have Valyrian, as in old Valyria blood. Now, I don't think they have Targaryen blood though. But then again, wait, no, actually you do. Yeah, because the Velaryons and the Targaryens have been mixing for a while. You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
I forgot.
You got 2 different types of Valyrian blood in this one cat. Bro, that's not somebody off the street. That's
but
all
Jace doesn't know about Addam and Alan right now, right?
He doesn't know about them right now. No, but he knows what his actual true lineage is. So yeah, bro, it's a little bogus.
All right.
For you to come out with that, my guy. Just saying.
I thought he was just talking about Darklands or Celtigars or
random
something.
people who want to try.
But he's the one that said, let everybody try. How you going to be let's
It literally was his idea.
Try. And then you're oh, no, they can actually do it.
When I say anyone can make the macaroni and cheese, I was saying anyone could, but I'm only eating the one that you make. You made it.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. That you can't eat everybody mac and cheese. Damn it, you just brought us back to the fucking mac and cheese topic that we were talking about with Kevin. Damn it. I did. And we will not explain why we keep referencing that. You just gonna have to go find that screen and watch. You'll get it as soon as it comes up.
Giggity.
So accurate.
Okay, wait a sec. Next saying, if last week wasn't a necessary filler episode, I would have given this was filler episode. I get it, and there's nothing wrong. You know, everyone is absolutely always allowed to feel what they feel, especially on how they score things. Some folks be out here trying to be ridiculous about that, and I just don't understand that. Okay,
so
yeah, this is safe
quick,
space.
I don't think it's fair to call it a filler episode. I call it a setup episode.
Yeah, me too. I don't think it's a filler.
Okay.
I think the definition of filler. People don't.
I know that sounds like it's. I know it sounds like splitting hairs, but like.
No, there is a difference. I think there's a
filler episodes
Me
are when they decide to play baseball
is.
one day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
fair enough.
setup is instead they like talk about the mystery of some villainy that's going on. They don't totally get, but they're on the cusp. They're not quite there, but they're on the cusp. So like to me, it has it has its purpose, like a part 1 to a part 2. A filler where I think it doesn't, you know. So I think it did a good job at being a setup episode for major events to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Fair.
That is good context. Yeah. No, that is good context. I appreciate
that.
that.
Naruto when you're in the middle of a fight in a Naruto episode, and then all of a sudden you're back before the Chunin exams, and they're talking about how they're trying to sneak see Kakashi's face. That's a filler episode.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's a filler episode.
Jeez.
And yes, I think everyone here has the same problem that I have when you hear the Rogue Prince. Immediately, the bow bow, yeah, that Preston left his mark on these Westeros streets with that damn jingle he came up with. All right, let me scroll down. Pace of the episode was like there were 10 episodes. Yeah, actually.
That's why I'm just
that's a fair assessment as well.
Hey sis, I gotta get out of here. So
Yeah, we are done right now. But thank you for joining us.
Wait, your rating
again.
Nice.
Wait, yeah. Did you give your rating?
No, your rating.
My rating. My rating is 8.25.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you.
I was gonna let him go, but and then finish. Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta get out of here. I haven't ate dinner yet, so I gotta go eat some food.
Yo, go get some grubs. Go get some grubs, bro.
All
right.
Nice to meet you.
We'll chat later.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
For sure. Word up. All right. She killed Super Grover. She absolutely murdered that man. 100%. No, I feel like we're all in accordance there. Yeah, it wasn't like he was. What was he gonna do? Run?
I was rooting for Oscar. I was hoping he would do the pillow thing. You know.
Yeah.
He's not Caligula. No. You want to talk about deep cut? Go watch that. Go watch that Caligula, the real Caligula movie. I bet y'all didn't know it was made by Penthouse.
I've heard of Caligula referenced. I don't know what it is though.
Google it. That's all the explanation I'll give you.
Okay.
It starred our boy from A Clockwork Orange. Do you remember the star of that movie? The Caligula stars him.
Okay.
Specifically, the one that was made by Penthouse.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Called it a setup episode. Okay. Yep. Okay, so there are folks out there that definitely agree. All right. Yep. And everyone's saying bye to JD. And yeah, so that is the stream discussion for the evening, folks. Thank you for coming through, Ron. You've been rocking with me in the comments since not even since this show, but since before we've been rocking. And fun fact for y'all that didn't know, me and Ron actually went to high school together. We literally live just like across town from each other right now. Same as Meeks. She around these parts too. So yeah, it's fun time. I'm really glad to hang out with the nerd shit on you again because we never quite got to get that far.
Yeah, absolutely.
In our nerddom in high school because we was busy.
Right, of course, life. But I definitely appreciate this. This is really cool. I'll be back anytime.
Absolutely. I knew it was going to be a blast.
Cool.
Yes, and Kevin, thank you also again for coming through. Yeah, and Kevin, y'all know, was with us in season 1. I'm fairly certain. You can correct me if I'm wrong. He'll be back for season 3. at
I
some
love
point.
that we reference back to like a whole Game of Thrones.
This is the
House
whole
of the Dragon
universe.
stream. But we didn't talk about any brilliant insight I have about House of the Dragon. Instead, it was about macaroni and shorts and sweatpants. Nothing brilliant, man. Yes. Lets you know.
I feel like that was all entertaining to everyone that watched.
Yeah, that ginger beer discussions and etc.
Yeah.
Is that you campaign? You trying to send me a Raven to do one next Saturday? Are you volunteering to be there? Okay. All right.
Whatever y'all want to do, I'm down.
We'll see how that go. Okay.
Yep, whatever y'all want to do, I'm down.
And yes, it has been a long time since we've done a random drunken nerd out roundtable just for shits and giggles. So yeah, we'll put that on the calendar. We'll see who wants to come through for that.
Can I ask a quick question? Do you ever like stream, like do you ever stream about like the Acolyte or anything like that? I know it's done now, but
I have not started that yet, but I'm fairly certain if Fandom is still in the chat, I usually do the Star Wars talks on DJ Wun Wun's channel with him and Fandom. So I'm fairly certain it's on our list. We just haven't had time to start it yet.
Gotcha.
It was pretty decent.
So, I mean, but if that was you saying that you're doing Star Wars stuff on your channel and you want to chat, I'm happy to come through if you're doing that.
I'm not. No.
Okay.
I would talk about it, but no, I'm not. I only ask because I'm curious, since I know there's a wide variety of thoughts here. You know.
Yeah. It will eventually come up. It just probably won't be on my channel.
Pretty polarizing stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things about it. I have been hearing good things about it. Well, Kev, do you have anything coming up on your channel that you would like to plug?
No, other than recap videos and what other random nonsense.
Set your notifications for random.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can always expect a recap after each of the episodes, but there could be additional videos depending on what happened. I mean, like, I don't think we really talked too much about this, but like, I would like to talk a little bit more about, you know, the dude who got his hand chopped off in the streets, which appears to possibly be the setup for the shepherd. So like, you know, that could be an interesting thing to discuss, but I don't have a schedule set for that other than recap episodes.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
we can get the group together, get the crew back together, and do the do. Ron, I forgot to ask, do you have anything coming up for you and your brother?
For us, of course, life things have been happening, which is the reason why we haven't posted in a good bit. But we actually reconnected about a couple weeks ago, and we're going to be jumping back into it. It'll probably be towards fallish, so probably about end of August, probably September. We'll probably be starting back up in doing gameplays, doing TV show reviews, different things like that. So we'll just subscribe, keep an eye out. We'll go ahead and send out something to everybody, let them know what's going on.
Awesome sauce.
Yep.
Black Wildling, you got anything coming up? I remember there was some folder transfers that happened last week, I think.
There was some folder transfer. Right now I'm dealing with a very angry baby. So
oh no.
When anything happens, I'll let you guys know. But until then, no.
Oh.
All right. Until then, you can find her here as much as she's able to be here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I will say,
go.
Do Acolyte. I'm down because I had a really good time on the Acolyte. I understand if some people hated it, but I didn't.
I liked it.
Yeah, see, that's where I would be a good foil because I hated it.
I mean, look, we do like to have debates on here,
right? And I'm the gray
and
area.
we're all
I'm in the middle.
friends. See, and I think we can give a good discussion on all of those factions, and it'd be cool without going into ridiculousness like I've seen many other people do. So for sure. All right, Miggity, go on, give us your dossier. We know you got like all the things.
Yeah, it's a lot. Of course, you know, House of the Dragon. As soon as I can, Monday. I'm just gonna be sad. It's gonna be sad. No money coming from it, but I'm gonna be sad. It's gonna be out Mondays. I'm still doing The Boys. Have the last 2 episodes that are coming shortly. Finishing up season 5 of Fringe. What else I got? I swear to God, I swear to God, I'm going to interview the vampire. Swear to God, I am. It's on my list. I really want to watch that one. doing My Hero Academia, which my feelings was hurt real bad, cried like a baby. Avatar is coming back. I'm gonna have to like slide some stuff around for it. What else is coming out? I feel like oh yeah, the K drama is coming out. What is it called? It's season 3 of Sweet Home, which I'm gonna finish up.
They got a season 3. Nice.
And I'm gonna be sprinkling in some more K dramas because I haven't been watching them in a while. I took a hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is that?
I'm watching it.
I think I've heard of this, but I haven't checked it out. Is it good?
It is awesome.
Where is it?
It's on Peacock.
Okay,
on Peacock. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I just got through episode 1 yesterday.
If I watch the trailer for it and it intrigues me, I'll probably put it on my list. But this list is long and it's extensive and it's ridiculous. So
indeed. There's a couple of K dramas I know that I wanted to chat about that Meeks has gotten into also, namely The Glory and Marry My Husband. If y'all have not watched The Glory, go to Netflix. I guarantee it is the best revenge story that you will
both of them are
ever
revenge
see.
stories, actually.
I mean, both of them are revenge stories, yeah, and they're both kind of epic. I think you guys would definitely enjoy them. At some point, we'll talk about them, but we just don't have the time to do it right now.
Mm-hmm. And what else? Oh yeah, Bridgerton. That's going to be going up scheduled because I finished the entire thing, so it's just about getting them edited and scheduled out. So I'm doing Bridgerton as well. Like I said, I'm getting back into Avatar. I have to edit those. And on the video game side, I'm still working my way through Baldur's Gate. I started Fallout, the original one from '97, which is so much fun. I didn't think I would like it.
Oh wow,
love
nice.
it. It's a problem. And then I'm getting ready to start a series playthrough of Dragon Age to prepare for the Veilguard that's coming out this fall. So that's it.
Awesomeness. And yes, I mean, yeah, the glory was that glory. Absolutely, 100%. For myself, tomorrow I'll be on with Fandom and DJ Wun Wun talking about some more Dragon Westeros Streets activities. Wednesday, me and Meeks and probably Sphinx will be back here wrapping up The Boys. What is it? Season 4 that we're on, episodes 7 and 8. And then Thursday, also supposed to be covering The Boys. I think episodes 6 and 7 though on DJ's channel with Fandom. Friday, I do believe we have it's so good. It's so good. Well, what is it? Friday, we have trivia, I believe, on the Citadel of Trivia channel. The topic or topics will be all things Germ, as in like every George R.R. Martin property. So we're going to go through and make some cool trivia things about that. And that's not relegated to just like Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. So like everything, all of his side work, like, you know, Beauty and the Beast that was out back in the day, Star Trek, all that up for grabs. And after that, I think we'll be back on these Dragon Streets for the watch along on Sunday, and then back here next Monday again to do the do and maybe have another couple guests on with us. It'll be a good time. So thank you guys again coming through to hang with us. It's been a blast always. Ron, again, Kevin, thanks for coming through. It's really good hanging with you, and we'll definitely have you guys back on when time allows. And yeah, y'all be easy, be good. We don't give a fuck about Crispins and green things of the King's Landing persuasion. But most importantly, I will always say, always bet on black.